more days to Halloween. 4 more days to Halloween. It's Horror Movie Monday, and there's 4 more days to Halloween.
It's Horror Movie Monday.
Hello, John Ward.
Hello there, OGP. Hello.
How are you doing this evening, John?
I'm doing fine. This is my purge mask. So when the purge happens, I will have a mask.
I like it. It's very flashy. I like it.
Thank you. I'm not sure. Are you wearing a mask?
You can't see. Is that shots fired?
I'm smiling right now. You can't tell, but it looks beautiful on you. If that's that.
Thank you. Do you know what it is? Do you know what my mask is?
It's my mask.
4 more days to Halloween. 4 more days to Halloween. It's Horror Movie Monday, and there's 4 more days to Halloween.
Oh, okay. I'm getting it now.
It's a silver shamrock that I forget who sent it to me, but one awesome viewer a while back sent this and the sign for the silver shamrock welcome to Santa Maria sign, or Santa Mira sign. So how about that?
Looks very nice. You still have the tag on it too.
Yeah. No, I know the tag will not come off, and someday
you should leave it on.
Yeah, I thought about getting it autographed, but I'm not big into getting masks autographed. So how about So what are you gonna do? But we got a lot to talk about tonight. I am sweating my ass off in this mask. I don't think we could do a show like this. What do you think?
I think maybe we could put them on periodically, but otherwise, I don't think that we can do this. I can't even do that. I have to keep my head. I don't know how they go around killing people in these things. They're hard to see, especially with the X's in the eyes.
I don't know shit about fuck.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
You can't get away from facts.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how about we got to talk movies, man. We got a lot to talk about. So, we got to do something here.
It's Horror Movie Monday. You already know. Chills in the air and the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. John Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare.
All right, enough of that shit. What's up, Mr. Ward? How you doing?
Oh shit! I didn't know I was supposed to take this off. I'm sorry.
Well, it was my bad.
I can't drink my coffee with this on. So I'm gonna
which installment of The Purge is that from?
I don't know. I think it just is any of them. My coworker Kasha, she was cleaning out a storage unit and found these. It was, they're going to throw all the stuff away, and she goes, "Oh, I think John would like these. I think they're from a movie." And there's 3 of them. There's 2 of these, and then a different one. And nice. They all work. They all flash and stuff. So
I think those are the ones the girls were wearing those, and I don't remember if it was part 3. I'd have to go back and check them out. But I think when the girls became badasses and were like taking over, trying to get the people inside that store or whatever. I don't know.
I think oh Jesus, my God. I could smell that through the mask. I think there's there were like the statue. I have an itch.
Well, take it off.
The Statue of Liberty, and they had this mask on with the Statue of Liberty. I think.
I don't have sexy time music on here anymore, but I was going to play you some sexy time music while you take that off. If you want to take it off, or you can keep it on if you want.
I think I'll probably take it off. I think I got to take the headphones off first. But okay. There we go.
Yeah, bitch! Decent.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I don't know which one is scarier.
Ooh, right. Well, mine, this, like I said, was
That is very cool.
it is the official one. And
It's even
I'm
got the shamrock thing on the back.
yes, I am a real dillweed for not remembering who sent this to me, and the sign as well. But it's really cool, and it typically stays right in the plastic to protect it. But this is a very cool mask. This is only like second time I've ever actually put it on my head. It's I think maybe Tom Atkins' autograph on this would look really cool someday. But Tom's getting no younger. I have to go get his autograph soon if I'm going to do that.
You know, he was, if you remember when we went to Creep I.E, he was there. And I mentioned to him that I thought that his best movie was Night of the Creeps. And he's like, oh, that's great. That's what, yeah, I love making that movie. And I said, you remember Fred Decker? And he, the director, he's like, yeah. I said, I'm really good friends with his brother, Chris. And he's like, Fred has a brother? I'm like, yeah. So it's, he didn't even know, but I told him. So now Chris is in his brain.
There you go. Yeah. When he has, it's a small world. What do you know? Right. It's a small world.
Yes.
But we'll say hello to everybody in just a moment. I do want to make a couple get a couple things off the list here in the way of horror movie news, because we haven't had that much in recent weeks. We're going to talk horror movie news. We got to pick up maybe plural, and then we're going to talk about the Halloween franchise, the trilogy, the trilogy, and then we're going to give our rankings. John and I are going to rank the entire 13 Halloween films and let you know which ones are our favorites. But for right now, John, I do want to first and foremost say again, thank you to Jeff for sending another $10. Man, listen to me. I just suck at talking at the beginning of every Horror Movie Monday. $10 PayPal donation channel support from Jeff. So thank you very much, Jeff. Really appreciate that. It's folks like you that help keep us going. So thank you, Jeff. Really sincerely. And it is Halloween week, so we've got a lot to talk about in the way of Halloweeny stuff. So this is going to be a fun episode. Stick around, get some popcorn, get yourself a Pib Zero, because Pib is taking the shelf spots of Dr. Pepper, because Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper are feuding. Apparently not like Xbox and PlayStation anymore, because GameStop has announced that Donald Trump has brought an end to the console wars. Donald Trump has brought peace between the consoles, just like he's doing peace in the Middle East. He's brought peace to the consoles, and there's no more console wars between Xbox and PlayStation. What do you know? How about them apples? This week in the theater, I didn't think there was anything coming out, and there is technically nothing in the way of horror movies coming out, but there is something that I forgot that I do want to see, although it's a little bit long, 1 hour and 58 minutes, and that is Begonia, starring Jesse Plemons, who we know from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, amongst other things, Emma Stone and Alicia Silverstone. It is sci-fi, comedy, alien invasion, satire, everything but horror. But if you watch the trailer, it's kind of interesting. Like, are they aliens? Are they not? What's going on? They shave Emma Stone's head bald. Remember, John, we saw the trailer for that in the theater. Watching part 2 of the Black Phone. I don't know how this happens, but 4.1 thousand reviews on IMDb for Begonia, and it's not even out yet. So I'm going to start questioning, in addition to questioning the Rotten Tomato scores, I'm going to now start questioning the IMDb scores. It's one thing to have a few reviewers, but over 4,000 reviews of this movie already is suspect, being that it's not even out yet. And they give it a 7.6 on IMDb. I will be the judge of that after I see it later this week in the theater. Are you excited for Begonia, John?
I'll watch it streaming. I don't think I need to see it in the theater unless it's, doing really well. But
okay.
Yeah,
fair enough. And then next week, Predator Badlands comes out. So I don't know, man. It's officially rated PG-13. Why do we need a Predator movie that's rated PG-13? Why does it look so much like Avatar minus the blue people? I don't know. I don't think, even with my membership and not having to pay for it, I don't think I'm going to be able to go sit down in the theater and give that a couple of hours of my life. What about you? Where are you at with that, John?
I was happy that they were making another one. I like the Predator franchise. The Predator is Shane Black and Fred Decker. But I have no desire in seeing this. I'll watch it streaming. So I think the Predator looks awful. I hate the CGI face. It's not practical, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, if I wanted to see that face yapping for a couple hours, I would just turn on The View and look at that host on the left, because that Predator looks a lot like Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh,
it really does, man.
Truth be truthin'.
The hair. Although next week, and to further my attempt to be labeled a racist, which I am not, but the movie I am excited about next week is Nuremberg. Russell Crowe, Michael Shannon, Rami Malek, 3 very talented actors, and it's about World War II Nazi Germany stuff. That World War II, with the development of nuclear weapons and jet engines leading us into the space age and stuff. It's that era of history has always fascinated me. So, and it is devastating, what happened to the Jews and so many other people in World War II. It's such a major part of history that happened not so long ago. And that's why I'm just fascinated by it. And I'm looking forward to going to see that. John, have you seen the trailer for Nuremberg yet?
I have not, no. But as I'm sure its tagline is, we were just following orders.
Yes, yeah. As you do on a nightly basis, right? Or every horror movie Monday, John Ward is just towing the company line here.
I get the script about 2 hours before, and I'm supposed to memorize it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Also, everyone's favorite blue jean model, Sydney Sweeney, is coming out next week in a boxing movie called Christy. This is interesting. Sydney Sweeney playing a different type of role. I mean, she's played a lot of different types of roles, but a bruiser, not playing, the eye candy piece. She's playing a bruising boxer. So what about that? Have you seen the trailer for that?
So far, yes, and so far all of these are streaming for me. But they monstered Sydney Sweeney, so they pulled where they made her ugly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well,
so that this is her, Academy Award nominee film.
I hope so. She deserves it.
Unlike The Rock in the Smashing Machine that bombed beyond belief. So
yeah. Well,
the best news of the night, maybe for you and I, John. 2 weeks from now, we get to go, and I guarantee you will, and I think everybody out there should be in the theater to watch Osgood Perkins' Keeper. 2
Oh,
weeks.
that I will be there for.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So yes, I am very excited. So excited, very excited. Man, and Running Man's coming out too. Yeah, it looks okay. That's a streamer for me, but if I'm bored and have time, maybe I'll go.
I mean, I didn't see, but I wanted to, The Long Walk. So I don't know. Maybe it's. I like the book.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? Remakes. We'll see. We'll see if I feel like getting off my ass and going and seeing it. But that is it as far as talking about the movies coming out. Little other tidbits of news. This one I just thought was kind of fun. John Carpenter, you will like this, John. He does not like any part of The Substance, any way, shape, or form. The movie The Substance, John Carpenter is not a fan.
Okay, good for him. We are in agreement.
He would not elaborate. It was an interview, and he wouldn't get into details, but he just said he did not like any of it. And I thought that is very interesting. Mike Flanagan's Carrie series wrapped production a couple days ago. So Mike Flanagan hopefully have some free time on his hands to get to doing things we actually want to see. So
I am as much as I love Mike Flanagan, he's no longer as you would say, he's no longer on my was it not Plymouth
Mount Rushmore?
Rock? Mount Rushmore. He's no longer on my Mount Rushmore. We don't need another Carrie. Guaranteed she's going to be hot, which she shouldn't be. I am so disappointed with him that he got involved in Chris Stuckman's film that I will not see because I do not like Chris Stuckman. So I'm very disappointed that he got involved in that. So I'll watch Carrie, but I don't know, man. Each Carrie, she gets hotter and hotter. And in the last Carrie movie, they were just mean girls, It just doesn't make sense to me. And in the book, she's fat with pimples and oil and crappy hair and smells. And I mean, it's like, that's why they tease her and bug her and stuff. And if you're hot, why especially if you found out that she had telepathic powers, you'd bring her into the group. It's like, oh, she's hot and she can move shit. All right. Okay. Come over here. But, in these days, I'm sorry that if you're going to have a bunch of mean girls running around and you could do telepathic crap, you're going to get rid of them very quickly.
And that whole argument is funny because one, I believe you, but two, so many movies now, they intentionally cast girls who are not typical like Hollywood bombshells. They're going with the odd looking girls lately to kind of, prove a point that they're not being sexist or something. So this will be interesting. But Mike Flanagan's Carrie series is going to have Heather Graham, not as Carrie, but Heather Graham's in it. Katie Sackhoff, which we like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also going to have Kate Siegel, who I don't remember what I know her from, but I do.
That's his wife.
Kate Siegel. Yeah, not Katie Seagal, but.
Am I getting the name wrong?
Let's see.
Kate Siegel, I could swear.
Oh yeah, her husband, Mike Flanagan. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, so she's in almost
Midnight Mass and Haunting
everything. Yeah. But who plays Carrie though?
Well, Amber Midthunder plays Miss Desart. And I don't have anything really against Amber Midthunder, but Prey can suck it. I'm not a fan of Prey. Matthew Lillard is playing the principal. I do like Matthew Lillard. So Summer H. Howell is playing
No, I'm looking her up. Nope. Nope.
She's but
Nope.
she's not pretty at I mean, okay, here's the thing. She's not ugly, but I could see her being Carrie. Hold on, let me share this picture right here.
I'm okay. Here it says Summer H. Howell Carey. So let's see. No, no. She's very young, so don't get me wrong when I say this. She's still too good looking. I'm not accepting
I don't
this.
know. What was her what was her name? The girl that originally played Carrie. I'm drawing a blank.
Sissy Spacek, even though she's not the book, it's still Sissy Spacek got attractive in her 50s. You know, you look at her in her much later films, and Sissy Spacek became attractive. She wasn't that attractive when she was younger. No, so she fit Carrie.
Brother,
No, I don't accept that. Take that back.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Sissy Spacek she was kind of attractive when she was younger, and she just got uglier and uglier and uglier.
I
and
will
uglier as she
completely
went.
disagree with that.
Oh,
She became more
wow.
attractive the older she got.
Oh yeah, no,
No.
I wholeheartedly disagree. I've never really found her attractive, and that's why I thought she was a good Carrie. And this girl kind of looks, I mean, like fair skin, freckles, and stuff. Kind of, looks like she could.
If they
not
ugly her
fill in
up,
for Sissy Spacek.
maybe
Yeah.
just since we're all about body positivity and all that stuff, go hire a fat chick who's like 300 pounds and ugly her up, and you got Carrie. There you go. That you checked off a box because you hired somebody overweight.
You have a problem. Nobody wants to go to the theater. As much as Hollywood wants you to believe that, nobody wants to go to the theater and look at an ugly person.
But
that's why even ugly Betty wasn't really ugly. Nobody wants to see that. Let's see, how old is she? Trying to figure out how old she is, because she does look very young. Oh fuck, I can't find her age. Maybe go down here. Man, are we on a tangent right now? Born, it just says May 22nd. Oh, she's Canadian. Forget it. Boycotting. Tariff it. Oh man. Anyways, let's move on. Mike Flanagan's Carrie. It's wrapped. I don't know when it's coming out yet. They didn't mention that, but it has wrapped. Toxic Avenger hits physical media this week. You can get 4Ks, you can get steelbooks, you can get Blu-rays and all that good stuff. John, have you seen Toxie yet?
No.
Okay. Thoughts? Are you going to buy a physical media copy?
No.
Okay. Are you going to watch it at all?
Maybe.
Okay. I really liked it. I don't think I liked it enough to buy a copy, but I enjoyed it.
I don't know. I just have no interest. But I'll maybe, if I can watch it for free, and maybe I'll like it. Maybe it's
at some point.
Maybe it's one of those movies where I don't have an interest, but when I sit down and start watching it, it'll be like, oh, I actually like this. So
that's where I was, and that's why it took me several days to get off my ass and go to the theater. So hopefully, if you do, you enjoy it. John Carpenter's, this should interest you, but I can't imagine it needs an upgrade. In the Mouth of Madness is getting a 4K steelbook release from Arrow Video. So if anybody needs an upgrade of In the Mouth of Madness, great film. That
sounds very Cliff.
Is that your favorite John Carpenter film?
Yeah, it's up there, no, right? The Thing is my favorite, but In the Mouth of Madness is my second favorite.
Okay, I knew it was up there. And then also John Woo fans, the 1992 classic Hard Boiled is getting a 4K release next week, not tomorrow, nice. But next week. So, so everybody loves Hard Boiled. Everybody had seen it. So there you go. That in the way of movie news. John, do you have any movie news that we have not covered?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. No.
Well, let's say hello to everybody, and then we'll jump into pickups quickly, and then we'll talk about some Halloweeny. Also, while we're saying hello to everybody, very curious, This week is Halloween. This will be the last horror movie Monday before Halloween. So we're curious, what are you all doing? How do you celebrate Halloween? And do you have any traditions that are fun that maybe other people should try? Are you going to haunts or what are y'all up to? So very curious. Let us know your thoughts. Gail says, happy horror movie Monday. What's up, Gail? How you doing? Gail just picked up Creep Show 2, Halloween H2O, Escape from New York, and Galaxy of Terror, Ballerina to complete your John Wick collection. Nice. Gail, you got some good stuff there. Very cool pickups. Yes. Deadpool fanatic was cracking it.
Hey.
Is indeed crotch time. Oh, it's hidden. It's hidden.
That's the vamp time that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, baby.
It's vamp time.
It is indeed vamp time. What's up, Deadpool?
Hey.
Mario, hey, did you guys watch TV show It? I like it. Can't wait. Episode 2. Oh, is that new It out already?
I think it just came out.
Welcome to my derriere or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have not. I'm not the biggest It fan. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of it. Where are you at with It?
I'll check it out. I'm more of a Tim Curry It fan. So, the original, but I will. Stephen King's turned me off a little bit recently, and you probably know why. So I'm a little iffy, but I'll check it out. Sure, I'll watch the first episode. I like the movie, the two new ones.
Yeah, to me, this is a common theme with movies nowadays, is to take something that was one movie or one book and make it into multiple movies. And that's what they did with It, with part 1 and part 2. The Tim Curry movie back in the 80s I think it was 80s, right? It wasn't 90s. Or was it 90s when that came out?
80s.
80s, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. That was good enough for me.
Hi.
Make it just remake the movie, but they did the same thing with The Hobbit. We did not need 3-hour movies from something that was an hour and a half cartoon that was better than all three of those combined.
I will say with the new It, with the movies, I don't know why they decided to make the same mistake that the 80s miniseries did, which is because it's not that way in the book, is that they separated it. They did the kids and then they did the adults, and everybody said for the original series that the kids part was much more interesting. It was better than the adult. So I'm not really sure why you would do that again, unless just to get 2 parts. And it's curious, is Pennywise is not the main villain in the book. The clown is just one thing that it turns into. So but they've kind of made it that, if I'm remembering correctly. So, but I'll check it. Sure, I'll check it out. Why not? It's got to be better than Peacemaker season 2.
Ooh,
pew 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 with James Gunn. Pew 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 pew.
We definitely need a shots fired. We don't have a little shots fired video. We can just go that.
No.
We can cut them off and go, that's not noise. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not the biggest It fan. Maybe, at some point I'll probably pop it on and give it a shot, but we'll see. House of G fam, what's up?
Hey, hi there.
Jonathan, what's cracking?
How's it hanging? About 10 inches?
OGP John, it's finally Halloween time. It is indeed Halloween time.
It is. Thank you.
So,
it is.
Very curious what everybody's going to be up to this Friday evening. Let us know. Metal Guy, what up? Happy Halloweeny to you.
Halloween, yeah, definitely.
And let's see here. Jeff is in the house. Jeff, again, thank you for the channel support, homeboy. Really, really, really appreciate it. Masashi. What's up, Masashi? Masashi wants to know if it's vamp time.
It's vamp time.
It's vamp time. Okay, it's vamp time. We like vamp time. You like vamp time?
Vamp time. Vamp time.
Oh, Gail's watching Bad Candy tonight after Candy Corn. Okay, nice.
I love the candy themed marathon.
Yeah, I like Candy Corn. Not the greatest ever, but it was a fun movie. Have you seen that one, Candy Corn?
I haven't, but I do like the candy.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Don't ever give me shit. What did you give me shit for? Circus Peanuts? Were you giving me shit for liking Circus Peanuts?
No, I like peanuts.
Okay. What about Black Licorice?
Oh, that I don't like. It's only
Okay,
red.
maybe that's what it was. I mean, there was something I thought that you were giving
Well,
me shit.
nobody except freaks of nature like black licorice. Nobody. You might be the R word, sir. You might be.
Black Licorice is phenomenal. I love me some Black Licorice.
Oh God, that says so much about you.
Fluffy is disgusting bastard. Daniel Barry, what's up, Daniel?
What's up?
Fluffy want to fill us in on his regularity. Oh yeah.
What's up?
Jonathan, any thoughts on Basket Case? Fun flick. Do you like
First
Basket
one is good. Second one is great. That follows my Star Wars theory on movies. So everything that's a trilogy pretty much follows Star Wars. Star Wars is good. Empire's great. Jedi is okay. Basket Case, Basket Case is good. Basket Case 2 is great. Basket Case 3 is okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bremania, what's cracking? How you doing?
Hey.
Christian's in the house.
Hey,
What up,
Christian, what's up, guy?
Those masks we
Are
were
nice.
wearing.
Noise.
Pretty nice masks. I
Thank you.
do agree. Yeah, thank you. Horror fan, wrestling fan,
What's up?
Mario, nice mask, guys. Thumbs up. Thank you.
you.
Yeah, everybody, if you would, please hit that thumbs up button for us. Really means a lot to us. It does. A simple thing to do, helps us out. Mask is from Purge election year 2016, I think. Okay, thank you. And
yeah, I think that's the one where she's dressed up like that election. That sounds right because they have the Statue of Liberty. She's dressed up as that.
Okay. Yep. Watching 5 of them back to back like I did, they kind of blur together now. So Fluffy gives my burp a 10 out of 10 booger burp. Well, how about that? There you go.
Okay.
Well,
Thank
you,
okay,
Fluff.
yeah.
Appreciate it. Look at Tom from MySpace
Tom.
has joined us. Loving the show. You guys are like Starsky and Hutch, Punch John, Batman and Robin, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Chewie and Han. Well, there you go. So
I agree with those, but I tend to think we're more like Thelma and Louise.
You may be suicidal, sir. I don't know. Greg, what's cracking? Greg, how you doing?
Hey.
Horror fan. My opinion, number 1 is Halloween 2. Then number 2 is Halloween 78, and number 3 is Halloween 4. Okay, that is interesting. Top 3 right there. Very interesting.
Okay.
And there you go. Buckaroo's.
Hey, Christian.
Shout out. Mr. Bones, Mary.
Why you bugging?
Yeah. Well, Mr. Bones, maybe the movie is out in other countries. Oh, Bremania. You know what? That's a possibility. I did not think of that. Thank you for reminding me. The movie that has 4,000 reviews, Begonia, may be out somewhere else already.
That's true.
Hello, Mr. Bones.
Hello.
Species 1 and 2 are fantastic sci-fi movies, and the rest didn't need to be made. There you go. Buckaroo Bros. Christian says, I saw Black Phone 2. First one was way better. Okay.
I would agree, but I do know some people who like the second one better than the first.
The whole cast and the whole show, the view is not worth watching. Bremania, I agree. Do concur. Arnold needs to come back to be Predator. Yeah, well, come back to Predator. Yeah, would love, even if like in a leadership role where he's not actually fighting.
He was going to be like also with like Ellen Ripley, Sigourney Weaver and stuff for the Predator who pops out of that thing at the end. It wasn't going to be just a guy in a suit. Is that at some point they were going to get Schwarzenegger to be that character from the Predator. I've heard he's in this one, like a cameo. So yeah, I heard. Allegedly heard.
But there's no humans in it, right? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't. I'll watch it when it comes out. You know, I'll stream it, or if it gets really good reviews. I've heard it's a little woke. I've heard that the female in it is, you know, it's kind of like Prey. And I understand there's different predators, there's different clans and stuff. I just hate the look of this predator. I just really do.
James Ottawa is here to see my butt crack. Let me show you my butt crack. There it is.
I would love to be in that butt crack.
Oh, I'm sure you would. Jim Carrey as the new Freddy Krueger has gotten really popular. Oh, so fingers crossed. So you would like that. I don't know. I don't think I want it, but I'm not the biggest Freddy Krueger fan anyway, so maybe I don't care.
So I guess Kevin Bacon is out of the running these days because he that's been there for like 20 years. People wanted him.
Yeah. I liked The Substance, but my mom and dad turned it off. Well, you know, it depends. For a lot of people, there was way too much booby.
That's the only reason why I liked it. I give both of them a ton of credit for all the nudity. I just hated the man hating in it. I'm tired of movies just hating on men.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard that Universal is talking about remaking Creature from the Black Lagoon.
That's been like 30 years. They've been to John Carpenter at one point was going to do it. So except it fell through and he did Village of the Damned instead.
I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because we are falling way behind. And somebody sent a super chat and I have not got there. Travis Mitchell, what's cracking?
Hey.
How you doing? Deadpool fanatic. Haven't had a Halloween off in years. Always working at night. Well, that sucks, Deadpool. That absolutely sucks. Travis with the $4.99 super chat.
Look at that.
So much, homeboy. Absolutely rock. Appreciate that. We will definitely put that toward like some trick-or-treating candy for the kids or do something fun with it to show our appreciation, to give back. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. Black licorice is nasty. What Mario? Come on now.
Mario, you and I are not friends.
Mario is going to be Mario every Halloween. Well, there you go. It's me, Mario. I will wear my Art the Clown costume. Well, there you go. Art the Clown, very popular costume. Yes. Let me see. There was a couple more I wanted to get to. Mr. Bone says Tim Curry version was 2 parts. You had to flip the disc over for part 2. Really? But wasn't it just one movie that came out when it originally came out?
No, it was 2 nights.
Oh, was it?
Okay. So the VHS was 2 cassettes. And I think, maybe the Blu-ray, not the Blu-ray, but the DVD at first, you might have had to flip it over.
But it wasn't like years apart and labeled as, it was like a 2-part thing, right? It was like one.
Oh, yeah. It was like the next night or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember, but I just when you take something that, you know, should be a couple hours and we make it into 6 hours.
Well, the book is like that thick. So it's long. It's long. It long.
It long. It love you a long time.
It love you a long time. Yes, it does.
Gail says, I know I can't buy movies from Canada or UK. They're charging big tariffs. They make you pay for it to carry or spend $10 to pay $30 in tariffs. Well, Gail, I say this to those filmmakers. They can send their films digitally into the good old United States of America, and we can print them here with American workers, and then we can buy them for cheap. If they wanted us to have their films, they would do that. It's not hard. They could do it. So I get it. I know a lot of people are upset about the tariffs, but tariffs will just help, in my opinion, American workers. Done with politics. I get it. There are some movies, especially like, you know, from Australia or whatever. I'm not getting screeners from, you know, the Southern Hemisphere anymore. So I understand. It's frustrating, but, you know, it is what it is. What are we going to do? I still want to see a horror version of Masters of the Universe in the style of Game of Thrones.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see King write it on write an It sequel set another 27 years with the characters in their 60s and 70s. I could easily see people like Denzel, Sigourney Weaver in those roles. Well, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, why not? He did
Yeah,
Doctor
love me some
Sleep.
Denzel.
So.
I mean, I needed to watch something good because I knew I was coming up to this bullshit. So I had to put on the Equalizer, the first Equalizer movie. That is a good go-to that definitely makes me feel good about movies again. John, you might like this show. It sounds like it's more like the book stuff. You're saying there's not showing the clown yet, just evil shit is happening. And that first episode was pretty wicked. Well, there you go.
From
Okay.
Mr. Well, thank you, Mr. Bones. I will maybe after the show, I'll check it out.
Travis says The Purge Anarchy is the best one, in my opinion. The only one that utilizes concept fully and doesn't overstay its welcome. Frank Grillo steals a movie. Love Frank Grillo, man.
Yeah.
Frank Grillo he's growing on me.
Frank Gorilla is awesome.
Yeah. And all the Purge movies, I enjoyed them all, some more than others, but I think they were all kind of fun. So that was good enough for me, which surprised me because I thought there was going to be a couple that I was going to flat out hate. You guys are more like Turner and Hooch.
He's Hooch. He's
no,
Hooch.
no. I'm Turner and you're Cooch. We're Turner and Cooch.
Okay.
Having double feature of Weapons and Talk to Me, Masashi. Nice. I guarantee you'll like one of those movies. The other one, I'll be curious to hear next week what your thoughts are. More like Bert and Ernie. Here you go.
More like Butt and Ernie.
Maybe you two are Bert and Ernie. Well, there you go. Yeah. OGP and John, hope you guys are well. Preminator, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Doing very well. Look at this, the wet one in the house.
Oh,
what's up, boys? You like the AI videos? Yeah, Wet Movie 1. He's come out of the closet. He makes videos of men making sexy times because that's what he dreams about. So there you go. I'm unpopular and I don't like Halloween 78 much at all. For me, it's 2018 kills, then H3 tied with H4. Wow. That is interesting. That is very interesting.
That's risky.
It is. I mean, and that's the second comment tonight that has not put 78 at the top of the list. That's very interesting. Wet One says, but I know it's not out yet, but have to plug my executive interview with the director of Terrifier. Oh yeah. So yeah, Wet Movie 1 ran into Damien Leone and got to hang out with them for a little bit and get an interview.
Sweet.
And he didn't have to pay for it at a convention. So that's even sweeter.
Very nice.
Very cool. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. Wet. I actually enjoy Shane Black's The Predator. It's a dumpster fire, but a fun one.
I just don't like that they always have to put kids. It's like Shane Black and Fred Decker always have to have kids in their movies. It really annoys me. But The Predator was okay. It was all right. Yeah.
I remember John mentioned in another stream he didn't like the line in Halloween. I didn't know you thought of things like that, Lori, about the dance. Oh yeah. It's because Lori is an innocent teen. Yes, Lori is supposed to be the kind of naive, nerdy homegirl, innocent.
Well, see, I took it as a lesbian thing, like what what are you wearing? I didn't know you thought about those things, Lori. Like, what would I thought it was kind of a lesbian type of weird thing to say. But a lot of the dialogue in the original Halloween is kind of weird. I mean, I don't know if it's a 70s thing or
70s,
yeah.
Maybe John Carpenter was hanging out with Cheech and Chong before
it's possible
writing or something.
Yeah.
I like Freddy better than Michael and Jason. Wow. Yeah, no, for me, it's the complete opposite. Tommy Lee Wallace directed it.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was directing for a while there, and then he kind of stopped.
Terry's in the house. What up, Terry? We love Terry. Hey, Team Horror Movie Monday. Got to meet and greet with Andy Serkis. That's right. Yeah. I remember you said you were going to do that. And Elijah Wood last Saturday. Both were very nice. Very nice. That is very cool.
Glad I'm a fan of both of them, especially Andy Serkis. I stopped watching the Academy Awards because if they can create a whole new award for Rick Baker for American Werewolf in London, they can do one for the motion capture that Andy Serkis and many of these actors do. He's done a great job in Lord of the Rings and Planet of the Apes, and he deserves an award from the Academy Awards, and until they give one, I refuse to watch it. So
yeah, he is a great actor. He is great.
Yeah, and he's directing now too.
Oh, well,
Venom.
cool.
Yeah, he did Venom 2, I think.
Oh. That doesn't help his
No.
case
But
there.
hey, if they're saying you want to direct a Marvel movie and they fooled him because it's a Sony movie.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Travis says wild card, but a younger route for Freddy could be interesting and more disturbing. Austin Butler could pull it off in a new way, I think. Austin Butler, I really enjoyed, and my first experience with him was Elvis, but he's done some good stuff since then. So that would be interesting. Hopefully they cast it. Hopefully they really do some homework and pick the right guy and don't just go, oh, Jim Carrey is Freddy because he's Jim Carrey. But I wonder, does Jim Carrey or would Jim Carrey really want to play Freddy Krueger?
He seems to be pretty PC these days.
Yeah. Mario says, hey, just asking OGP, you saw that guy say fuck Halloween 2 Rob Zombie. We did watch both Rob Zombie movies, and I'm drawing a blank on who says fuck. Are we talking about the security guard? Not the security guard, right? I don't remember.
Isn't it? It's you probably know his name better because he's now in more Rob Zombie movies. But isn't it the guy taking the trash out? At the strip bar,
Jeff Daniel Phillips.
Yeah, was it maybe him?
I don't remember the scene. I don't remember the scene.
He's taking the trash out to the dumpster, and then Michael's
I remember that scene. Yes.
Yeah,
but I don't remember the fuck.
Mario, let me know if that's correct. I could be wrong.
Okay.
So my memory is very bad.
Yeah, to me the F word is just another word, and I that
especially in Rob Zombie movies,
right? Yeah.
This is how bad my memory is. I'm sorry. I called one of our stores twice within like a 6-hour period, asking if the manager was there, and the person goes, "I've already told you she won't be here until tomorrow." I'm like, I don't remember calling you at all that first time. I'm so sorry. Memory just sucks, man.
We don't know.
John.
Oh, the language on you. You blow your father with that mouth?
I blew my mother with that mouth.
We got to get caught up because we got to do some pickups. We don't have a lot of pickups. We have a little bit of some pickups.
No, but we're going to spend a lot of time, I think, talking about these movies. So
yes. So a couple more comments, and we'll jump into the pickups, and then we'll try and get caught up with some comments. More in a minute. Stephen King is a fantastic author, but looked like a horror character when he was young. He still looks like a horror character. You know what he looks
not
like?
Not a good looking guy.
He looks like one of the Whoville people from the Dr. Seuss's Grinch. Yes, he has between his nose and his mouth is like way too far, like the Whoville people.
I love King. I have a huge collection of King movies right back there, and I've read a fair amount of his novels. I just wish,
sometimes www.zipit.com.org. Yeah. And Tonis is going to see someone's house on Halloween while they pass out candy. Are going to go up. Very nice. Going to go hang out with some friends. Very cool. Have you seen the Slenderman documentary on HBO?
Yes.
The documentary? No.
Yeah, it's a good documentary because it really gets into like the two girls who stabbed their friend multiple times.
Is this about like real life Slenderman or about the movie?
It's the real effects of what the Slender Man, thing has had, and these two girls were like worshiping Slender Man, and so to give him an offering, they took their friend out into the woods and stabbed her multiple times, and the girl survived, but the kids, since they were underage, I don't really know. I know that they were convicted, so but they might be in like a psych ward. But it's a really good documentary. It gets into the whole history and all that of Slenderman.
Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting. I'll definitely have to check that out. Preminator says, "Have you guys seen the See No Evil films with Kane?
Yes.
I love both. First is even better with great kills. I have not. I thought I owned them, but I don't.
The first
And
one is really good. Sorry, not a fan of the second one.
oh,
But I
there you
love
go.
the first one. Yeah.
Love those. Predator. Wish they made a third. Oh, love those. Responding to Preminator. Oh, Mr. Bones talking about the See No Evil films. There you go. Gotcha.
Oh.
Gold Movies in the house. What up, Gold Movie? Travis looks like he's 17. Of course, he's not going to like a movie from 50 years ago. Very rare. No, and Gold Movie, you bring up a good point because, like Antonis, he prefers the whenever it came out, Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka, whatever that was called, Wonka Chocolate Factory, whatever it
Oh,
was,
he's Wonka. Yeah,
because he's younger, because he wasn't,
no, he's Charlie.
around.
Depp is
Yeah.
Charlie.
Okay, but it was, he likes that movie better than the Gene Wilder movie. But that's because he's younger. He wasn't around when the Gene Wilder movie came out, and I do think that makes a difference. So, Gold Movie, I think you have a point. 1978 is my favorite. Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 3, and Halloween H2O. So 78, then Return of Michael Myers, then Halloween 3, then H2O for Gail. Okay, that's a solid list. Yeah. Bob's comments about Lindsay in Halloween 78 would not fly now.
Well,
I don't remember the comments.
Bob's
like this
comments
is specific dialogue in the film.
Well, Bob was the boyfriend. Lindsay was the little girl that was being babysat. Did they? Oh, because he talks to her on the phone. That's when Annie is she's washing her clothes because she got wine or something spilt on it, and then Bob calls and Lindsay picks up the phone and he's really kind of rude to her. It's like, yeah, just put her on, just do it, just go get her, put her, Yeah, he's kind of rude to her. So
we have just watched 13 Halloween movies. Some of these smaller details are blending or just kind of fading away. It happens when you watch too many. So let's see. I love Andy Serkis in King Kong.
Yes, he was Kong. Yes, he was very good in that.
They can call it the John A. Ward. Call what?
A Ward. John.
Oh, award show. John A.
Yeah.
Ward. Oh, there you go. Brimania, thank you so much for coming through with that $2 super chat. You rock. Any horror comedies you enjoy? Ooh, a good horror comedy. To me, most horror movies are comedies because I laugh like a good psychopath would at horror movies.
Well, we like Student Bodies.
Oh yes, very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Return to Horror High, but I think Student Bodies is better. Slasher wise.
Yeah.
And of course Scream is technically a comedy because it's a spoof on horror movies. You also have, and I mentioned this to you, What We Do in the Shadows. I don't know. I think the movie is hilarious. The vampire and werewolf movie. I haven't seen the TV series, but there's some good stuff out there.
Yeah, I suck at trying to think of things off the cuff, but
a couple of the scary movies were funny, like the first couple.
Yeah, and I remember what I don't know how many of those that I've seen. I the first one for sure, but beyond that, I don't know. Just because I don't gravitate toward comedy, I gravitate toward darker horror, and I laugh at that stuff because I'm a psychopath.
Yes, and I'm being corrected below. Yes, you are correct. Yes.
Friday the 13th box set is now out of print. Well, how about them apples? Interesting, Gail. Richard Brake says it after he crashes. Oh
yeah, in Halloween 2 when they hit the cow.
When they're the ambulance.
Yeah,
right?
and he's got all the blood and he's all messed up and he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
His blood's just kind of,
Richard Brake is great. I have Richard Brake's autograph right over here on the 3 from Hell box.
Why not?
Yeah. But that's a good scene. That part of that movie is very good. and it's we're going to get into our rankings on that stuff here very soon. So I do want to talk more with everybody. There's so many comments. We could be here all night. Let me say hello to NG is in the house. Can we talk about weapons? I finally saw it. NG, let's not go full spoilers, but I loved Weapons. John?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It will definitely be in my top list for one of the best films of the year. Yeah.
Yes. So, you know what? We'll try and get back to some of your comments. We do have to keep things going here. So I apologize if I miss some of you when we jump back into the comments. But for right now,
I have a serious Blu-ray addiction.
You gotta be quicker than that.
I'm serious. I'm actually going to catch him all.
Oh, what's in the box?
No,
Now that's an addiction, man.
I never said that.
I never knew you were a pickup man.
We're right now at the Blockbuster Video Store.
John, you have
Yes.
some pickups this week. I don't. I have nothing. Nada, zilch, zero in the way of pickups. Personally, I have been nowhere. I have this card that you can leave when somebody parks like an a-hole. You can leave this on there saying learn how to park. But I have no pickups in the way of movies. What do you got over there, sir?
Well, I ordered this and I was hoping it would show up before a video that I did. Donald Wills and I did a video that comes out tomorrow. It's for film discussion, and we talk about Nostradamus. Not Nostradamus. I keep saying Nostradamus. Maybe I should do a video on Nostradamus because
I don't know shit about fuck.
apparently I don't know shit about Nosferatu. We did a whole video on, and I do mess it up in the video. I do from time to time say Nostradamus, but with Nosferatu, we Donald's idea was to review the 3 films, the original silent and then the 2 remakes. I, of course, being me, brought in a bunch of other stuff into it, sequels, documentaries, and stuff like that. This is one I was hoping that would come in and I could watch it and then talk about it on the video, but it came in too late.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's got its little slip there, so which is nice. So yeah, this is for people who don't know, this is in the book for Dracula. This is the ship that Dracula takes from place to place and kills everybody on board. So, and this is in all 3 Nosferatu films.
Mm.
And there is a shot of a ship in Nosferatu in Paris, which is the sequel to the Klaus Kinski one. There is like a shot of a ship, and I'm assuming it's supposed to be this.
Yeah, and they even go on a ship, although it has a different name in the 1931 film Dracula, but they call that ship something else. But they also, I found this interesting because I've been watching the Universal horror like monster movies.
Good for you.
With Frankenstein, they changed his name from Victor Frankenstein in that movie, 1931 Frankenstein. Do you remember what they called him? So weird.
I don't.
Henry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Henry Frankenstein. Yeah.
Because they thought Victor Frankenstein would freak people out too much in America. They thought America wasn't ready for the name Victor. So they changed it. So I wonder if in Dracula, if they changed the Demeter to whatever it was called for that same reason, maybe. I don't know. But that was interesting. And I learned that the other day. So I thought I would throw that out there.
Yeah, no, that is interesting because a lot of that stuff has changed. A lot of it because of copyright issues, and then the Bram Stoker, estate has big problems. But this bombed, but I want to see it. So
it did bomb. It's got a 6.1 rating on IMDb, which is a decent score, and I loved it. I thought it was great. To me, it's slower, like a Hammer film. It's dark and evil. Some jacked up stuff happens in it. It's suspenseful. So, I don't want to spoil it at all because have you seen it yet? You have not seen it yet.
No. I just know, like the ship goes from Carpathia to London. So this is as they're on their way. I question a couple things about this because of the time period. There is a black guy, and it looks like there's a little kid. So I don't know if at this point in real history, if this would happen, and maybe the kid is, I don't know why there's a little girl back here.
I can tell you, for me personally, those casting or character choices, for whatever reason, did not impact my enjoyment of the movie. I thought the movie was very well put together. And the kid, one of my favorite characters.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You need to watch that soon so we can talk about it, because there's something that I want to say about the movie, but I don't want to say it to.
Well, since we watched all of the Nosferatus and then other stuff, I thought maybe next year for Halloween doing the Dracula, Bela Lugosi, Horror of Dracula with Christopher Lee Hammer, and then doing Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Francis Ford Coppola one. And then, so do 3 again, and then I could add in stuff like this on my own.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recall if I bought that or not.
It's a fun video. It's one of our shorter ones. It's only 2 hours, and we talk about 6-8 movies, something like that shit. We talk about a lot of vampire stuff. So it's fun. It's a good one.
Last house. It looks like I have not bought it yet, but that's a good one. That should be on my list. I don't know why I haven't picked that up yet, but that's a good one. I hope you enjoy it when you do watch that there. So is that it in the way of pickups?
That's it, just the one.
Well, you're 1 for 1 on the pickup. I do enjoy that film, and I think you got a good one there. So congratulations.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sue. Now, couple more comments. We'll get back to a couple more comments, and then we got to dive into these Halloweeny movies because we are always running behind.
Well, everybody has such good things to say, you know.
Did you guys see PCS came out with a sick Michael Myers life-size bust pics on their website? Oh, so my favorite cartoon as a kid was Robotech. Robotech and their parent companies and stuff have been fighting and for years and years and years about rights and legalities and stuff. And all we keep getting are new toys and new statues and new bullshit things. We want movies or we want shows. I am boycotting everything until, well, I guess maybe we're going to get more like Michael Myers stuff, but like with Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th, like supposedly they're already filming that or have filmed the TV show, but we keep hearing this stuff that there's going to be more or whatever. And like with, Michael Myers, until we get something beyond this pile of shit, I can't see myself going out and buying anything, but that sounds very cool. Preminator. I was not aware of that. And that's sometimes it's you're so conflicted because you want these things, but at the same time, you're like, I don't want to support these assholes. So that's all I got to say about that.
There you go.
Scream Factory's going out of print, I hear. So
yeah, I was sent something about that. So it's good that Cliff jumped ship.
Yeah. Last week, I think it was last week, What Movie One mentioned that they were having a big sale. I went and looked, and they do got some cool stuff on sale. I am not trying to spend all that money right now, so I didn't buy anything. And most of the stuff they have on sale that I would want anyways, I already have. But yeah, I hope not, because we're running low on, movie distributors anymore. And Vinegar Syndrome and Severin do not have historically they don't release the type of films that you would get from, Scream and or Shout Factory. And I don't know if it's both. Is it just Scream Factory and they're just going to be Shout? If that's the case, that's fine. But if it's Scream / Shout Factory going out of business, that's going to suck. So
I think one of the problems is how many times can we buy Army of Darkness or Evil Dead 2? I mean, it's just it's not. There's too much. There's too much stuff out there, and that stuff costs money. So if they're not selling it, and I've always heard that they have problems with their collections. That there's like a bad disc or there's something that you need to,
Yeah. But they're usually pretty good about mailing out the replacements if there is an issue. Nobody wants to have to go through that. But if you do, at least the company does, try and make it right. So I have a hair curled up and tickling my nose and it's driving me nuts.
Let me try to get it here.
Either that or it's like the cocaine residue or something. I don't know.
Oh, you did it without me.
My bad. Sorry. I know I said I wouldn't. Good thing I have the Friday 13th box set. I still have to watch the bonus features. Yeah, I haven't been through all the Friday 13th bonus features, but there's a lot out there between that box set and everything else that you could find.
Check it because that's the box set that had the problems.
Yeah. Michael Myers' face above OGP looks cool. It's doubling as a moon in the sky. Yeah, when I made that background a couple weeks ago, I was trying to figure out like what to put or whatever, but with it saying Halloween down below, I wanted Michael up above, but unless Michael was laying down doing a sexy pose, he wouldn't have fit in there. So I was like, you know what, we'll just throw that face up there. So thanks for that, Preminator. I didn't make the face, I just put it there. I'd love to see your video on Rock Me Amadeus. what a video on Rock Me Amadeus.
Okay, so it's you might be joking. I'm a massive Falco fan. One of my projects, bucket list movie I would like to make is a biopic on Falco. There is already one made from Austria because that's where he's from. I'm a massive Falco fan. I love Falco. So, and it was very sad that when he died, I did cry a little bit. So, because he allegedly took his own life. So he was all coked up and ran right into a bus. So, yeah. But yeah.
I do remember back in the 80s, Falco released it was an LP, but it was just, all was on there was just like, I think different versions of
there's
the Rock Me Amadeus
of versions of Rock
Me Amadeus. There was an LP out there. I don't know if you could still find it or not.
He has a really good greatest hits album that came out a few years ago, and it's pretty much has everything from his start up until his death. So because he still was releasing music after he died because he had done stuff, but he was he got all cokey and drunky and all that because he wasn't selling stuff. He was just kind of becoming a has-been.
Well, I think too, living the life when you are that famous and the fame kind of drops off and then you get to the point where you can walk back down the street and people don't recognize you. I think that takes a toll on him as much as financially kind of falling off. I think just falling out of the limelight breeds depression. And I think some of these guys like that really struggle with it. Football players do, they go, they get the brain damage from the concussions and then they go commit suicide.
Yeah, he was like the Elvis of Austria. There's at his grave, there's a massive like glass, statue of him. He was and you could probably say maybe he had the same type of thing as Elvis, that he was really popular. He had the downfall and then died. So
well, I mean, in a sense, Elvis, when Elvis kind of fell out of the limelight, I think is when he got into really into the drugs and started gaining weight and all that stuff. But Elvis came back and he was selling out shows in Vegas for a long time. But it's just sad. It's just sad. You look at even like Michael Jackson, the painkillers and everything. These rock stars, they just live a different life, and all these people just give them all this shit.
Yeah.
So it sucks. Gail says it's Hammer time. Yes, I think that was regards to us mentioning me mentioning Hammer films.
Yeah.
No need to review them. Rom Zombie did a better job. What? NG.
But
so I am kind of curious before maybe even we dive into these 3 films, because we're going to get into that for a long time. Maybe we'll do the viewers a solid and go over our rankings before we talk about these movies. What do you say, John? You want to do that?
Sure, since everybody's giving us theirs. I mean, then you'll definitely have an idea where I'm at on these 3 films once you see my ranking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know where you're at on them already. I think rumored Arrow is releasing Halloween 4K, because that's not already on 4K. Exactly, Mr. Bones. That is the problem, is that we keep getting different versions of these films, and or different not different versions of the film, but different releases. It's got different artwork or whatever. It's still the same fucking movie. And if I got it on 4K, I don't need it on 4K again.
My problem with Arrow is they release like European versions of stuff, like for the UK, and they're always better than the ones that you get in America, and you can't play those over here. Like that movie, The Prey, the slasher film, America's 1 disc and the UK is 2 disc, but you can't play it over here unless you have like a region-free player. So I don't like that they do that. The House movies, they're all in a box set over there. Can't get them over here.
They're talking about streaming for Scream Factory. See, and that's where I think this is where all of these companies are going to go eventually. Even Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, all of these, they'll have their streaming platforms. And I think down the road at some point, they will not be printing discs anymore. I just don't think they will. And that's sad to say, but I mean, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. So Gail says, I have my M6 replacement disc for Friday the 13th box set. Well, there you go. And that's good. Yeah. Love Falco 2. Tell John I will be one of his producers when he makes it. Well, there you go.
I'll give you a call.
Shout out to y'all for getting me heavy into the fix.
Very nice.
Oh, nice. I was aware of the hits, but I listened to their entire discography. Incredible musicianship and creativity. Yes. And how weird. I also, John, where are you? Are you over there, John?
Yes. You're
okay.
pointing
I don't know
at me.
why. You're backwards for me, but I do owe John a bit of credit, because I knew Saved by Zero, One Thing Leads to Another, and Red Sky, and that was about it. But since then, I have been listening to more of the Fix, and they have so much great music. So I too have been listening to,
and it's all good. That's the thing. They've never gone down in quality. I've been a fan since 83, 84. Seen them 4 times now, and the music has never gone down. Their newest album is still just as good as the old stuff.
Nice. So if Friday the 13th box set goes out of print, are all the movies still available individually? I would think so, because I don't know that Scream / Shout Factory had exclusive rights. So, I mean, they may still be available from whoever, somebody else out there, but that's a good question. But Greg, I would, if you don't own them at this point, you may consider getting them on your shelf if you're a physical collector. NG Halloween animated series, Batman versus Halloween. Oh, here we go. Satan streaming sucks. And you know what, Satan? I 100% agree with you, because you know what? I was sitting here trying to watch, I think it was The Bride of Frankenstein, which I don't own, but I'm watching it through Amazon Prime, and it keeps freezing. And I kind of think because maybe in their gigantic computer where they store all their movies down there, it's like way back in the back, and the servers just can't find it or something, because it's not played that often, and it just kept freezing on me. And I was like, is it my TV? Turn off the TV and everything, turn it back on. Streaming is very frustrating. And so with this, I did get the digital copy. I put it on my Fandango at home account so I can watch them. And I did start, because of watching all 3, I kind of forgot the first one. So I went back and started rewatching 2018 earlier today. And then, but I started watching it on the Fandango at home. I didn't want to put the disc in because I was comfortable. And you cannot watch the audio commentary. So forget your special features with streaming films. So physical media to get the bonuses is where it's at. I mean, there's so many reasons to have a physical copy. Internet goes out. If you got satellite internet or whatever, there's a bad storm, suck it. You're just sitting there in the dark. The rest of us with our Blu-ray and 4K players are having fun. So agree, Satan. John, I have a house box set region 1 or 0, whatever it is.
I think it's region 1. 0 would be for everyone, I think. But yeah, it's a great box set. It has all of them in it, and you just can't get it over here. So but I did hear, and maybe you know this because you have a 4K player. I've heard 4K players are region free.
Yes, we talked about that last week, I think, or a couple weeks ago or something, maybe. But I'm not sure if it's all 4K players or whatever, but mine is indeed region free.
I will have to get that when I upgrade.
I did a review on it, and it has many thousands of views.
There you go.
Mario, now you guys know about time to thank Travis. Travis. Now we know what did Travis tell us that we knew? I missed it, Mario. Sorry. NG3, a Halloween story. Here we go. Instead of a Christmas story, what will the dogs eat instead of the turkey? I don't know.
Dogs, they would eat themselves. Michael likes to kill dogs. So maybe they would cannibalize other dogs.
Yeah. Did you guys see how the 4Ks are of the Chucky films from Shout? Is it good? I am not the biggest Chucky fan. I have my Blu-ray collection, and that's all I will ever own. John, you don't have a 4K player yet, but do you have 4Ks of Chucky yet?
No, I just have the collection and then a couple solo Blu-rays, and then the TV shows are all on Blu-ray. But I'm happy with that. I still own most of the Halloween movies on DVD. They're just it's fine. It doesn't bother me not to.
No, I like them on 4K, baby.
So you have shit movies on 4K.
Not all of them.
Did it make you like the trilogy anymore because it's on 4K?
I appreciated some visual aspects of them that we will talk about. So I think I enjoyed viewing them in 4K. A couple more comments, and we are going to get to our ranking all 13 Halloween movies. We are going to put them in order, how we rate them for you here in just a moment. So let's get to that. John, the house movies are Blu-ray region free. I have it. Well, there you go. Take it from Masashi.
Okay. All right. I'll look into that. Thank you.
Gail says, hey, Amazon is selling the Blu-ray Universal Classic Monster set, $60 for 35 movies. Well, that is a great price.
That is a great price.
Less than $1 a movie, or less than $2 a movie. Forgive me. I could do math. I'm smart. I could figure it out. Yeah. I think I owe myself. Damn it. I can't even figure out where the hell it went. Maybe I owe myself.
I don't know shit about fuck. I don't know shit about fuck.
I really don't. Let's see here. I think my 4K Panasonic player plays all regions. Antonis, it should, I think. The guy says, fuck. Now, yes. Richard Brake, right? Yes. We love Richard Brake. When I got Child's Play in 1988 on DVD for the first time, it was region 1 and could only watch it on the computer.
Okay.
Interesting. Why does great realistic horror movie like The Substance ruin the third act with complete monster surrealism? NG, that was one of my favorite parts. I just loved how batshit it went. It reminded me of like Dead Alive with all the blood and gore and just so much blood. It reminded me of Basket Case with the little slimy monster on the sidewalk. Just I don't know what the reason for going that direction was, aside from maybe pure shock value. But I love that third act. I thought it was brilliant. But I understand if you're not into, that type of stuff. I get where that could, because it was such a far left turn for that movie. And John hates it. Gail says Sony 700 4K player is a great value. I have 2 of them and a Samsung 4K. Mine is I got a Sony something. I forget. I'd have to go find out what my review was, but it's a Sony something. OGP dress up as Myers and John as Loomis. That would be cool. Well, there you go. Yeah, if we were together somewhere.
OGP, get your ass out of there.
Yeah. I'm watching Halloween Ends. I know you like it lots. OGP, just kidding. Yeah. Woo.
Wait till you get to our rankings.
So here we go. It is time.
Are we going best to worst or worst to best?
I think
worst to best.
That's what I would think. Yeah, I think worst to best is the way to go. So I should pull them off the wall. I didn't even get them down to talk about them.
But you have the trilogy, don't you? What are you pulling down?
All the Halloween films to show them as I rate them.
Oh, I only have the 3.
Well, that's okay. I'll do it for you. Okay. So, drum roll, please. John, this is going to be interesting. What is your least favorite Halloween franchise movie? Very least favorite. Shock us and piss us off.
I hate this fucking movie. I absolutely hate it. I ranted to you while I was watching it. It felt like 5 hours.
There's
Halloween
no way
Kills. Halloween Kills is awful. It is one of the worst written films I've ever seen. It is horrible. It is. Oh my God, is it bad? It is. Instead of taking the fat off the meat, they left all the fat and very little meat. Yeah. I don't care about the beginning sucks with the fake Loomis, who I do like, but that whole thing sucked with Michael just standing there. Everything sucks. Jamie Lee Curtis is just stuck in a bed. It's awful. It is horrible.
Save your full rant for the reviews of the films when we're done.
Okay,
with our ranking, but no, because there is stuff to talk about with that.
Okay. So just ranking. Okay.
Yes. So, but I mean, you can comment on them over. I just don't want you to go full rant and then have nothing to say when we get to the review.
Okay.
So, my very least favorite film in this entire franchise. I'm stupid and I can't figure them out. You want to guess? I'll give you. I'll let you guess. What do you think my very least favorite movie of them all is? And I think it's also John Carpenter's least favorite, and it is Resurrection. This is the stupidest fucking movie in the history of horror movies. I don't know why we need gangster rappers doing not home invasion, but lock you in a house overnight, dumbass movies. This was so painful for me to get through, and I really thought that I hated Ends by far more than anything else. But nope, it is definitely Resurrection, my least favorite Halloween franchise film. All right, John, number 12.
Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Right? I would rather watch Halloween 5 than Halloween Kills. I hate Halloween Kills. and I hate part 5 now too, where I used to think it was okay. But watching it for this, no. It is such a horrible idea.
John, I am in complete agreement. This is also my number 12.
Oh, nice.
Halloween 5 sucks a bag of dirty donkey dicks. This is a terrible movie.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
Thank you for nothing.
Yep, that's what you get when you get a French guy to direct an American, film in a franchise.
So now, very curious to hear what your number 11 is.
Halloween Resurrection.
Okay, so we're close on those. We're close on those.
Even though I
Yeah.
still think it's okay, I can watch it. I don't have a problem with it. It's just compared to the other ones, it's weaker.
My absolute number 11th, third to the bottom Halloween film is Ends. As it says right down here, Corey and Karen can suck it. Now I know Karen wasn't in Ends because she's dead, but those two characters in this trilogy can suck it. Corey, you're such a bitch. Michael Myers is not supposed to be your teacher or whatever, like Michael Myers doesn't have proteges. Ugh.
You didn't get it. You didn't get it.
I didn't like it.
You didn't get it.
I didn't want to get it.
You just don't get it. Well, I'll go into more detail when I get to Halloween.
Yes, we'll have a lot to talk about when it comes to the trilogy there. So number 10, sir.
Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Ooh.
I hate that first 30 minutes. Ooh. I don't like the white trash part of it. I think it's boring as hell. I do like the beating up of the bully, but I don't. I just don't. No, I don't think it's. I hate. I don't. We don't need the history. It's pointless.
My number 10 is Halloween Kills. It is not nearly as bad as Ends or Part 5, but it's pretty damn bad. It is, and like John mentioned, we'll talk about this stuff because there's a lot to talk about. But man, we get a lot of rehashing. But I've noticed with this Halloween trilogy, the Blumhouse trilogy, they sure do like to take us back to 1978 a lot. So yeah, we will get into that. But number 10 for me is Kills.
Okay.
So number 9.
Halloween H2O.
Wow. Okay. Wow. This may surprise you. My number 9 is Rob Zombie's.
Which one?
Halloween. I have now flipped and I like 2 better than 1.
Good for you.
Yeah, I have flipped after rewatching. I do think there's more reasons to like 2 than 1. So, yeah, but 1 just, I mean, the acting. Sherry Moon Zombie, you suck. I am sorry. So that was number 9. Now number 8.
For me, would be Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. And it could be either version, producer's cut or theatrical cut. That's fine. I like them both. But,
my number. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh no, but I was just gonna say, but it's not the worst.
Yeah. My number 8 is also Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Okay. It's better than 1, but not that much better.
Yeah,
I don't know about all that. So number 7, sir. Number 7.
Halloween 2018.
Ooh, that's the second one we have tied on. I also agree. Number 7 is Halloween 2018. They did a lot of things right with that movie, but a few things wrong. And all in all, I enjoyed it. And one of the things that I really enjoyed about that, I'll just quickly say, is that they finally, and I think you'll appreciate this, John, or I think you should, is that they finally made Michael Myers have to search for the people he wants to kill. He didn't just know
I'll
right where to go.
I have a whole thing about that. Yeah, I got a whole thing. So
yes. So there you go, number 7. So now we are at number 6.
Yes, and mine would be Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
My number 6 is number 6.
Okay.
So I think
We're not
after
far off.
I enjoy this movie more now than I did before rewatching. Going through all these movies has really changed my opinion on some of these films, but I like this better than I did before.
I think it's well shot. I think that it looks good. I like Paul Rudd in it. You know, it's just, I don't think it's a bad movie.
You know, there's some issues hiding a baby and nobody questioning why Paul Rudd suddenly has his baby. But
yeah, well, if you listen to the Daniel Farron, the writer, his audio commentary, which is on YouTube, it's not on the disc. He talks about all of that. And so, yeah, that's not where the baby was supposed to be. Like the baby was supposed to be in a dumpster, basically, or like behind a dumpster. So Halloween. Okay,
so we're down to number 5 now.
So this is the top 5 here. Halloween 2, 1981.
Ooh.
Remember when we talked about it? I'm just like, fuck, this movie's boring. It's like it's just Laurie just crawling on the floor. That's so
yeah.
But it still, I think, needs to be in the top 5 because I saw it as a kid. I saw it a couple times in the theater. I loved it. So it gets a better place.
My thing is with it, it's to me, it's because it's the same night. It's happening the same night, Halloween 1978. It's just, you know, the continuation. It's supposed to pick up right where 78 left off. And so I that kind of that tickles my special spot. So my number 5 is number 4.
Oh, okay.
So I really enjoy this. I like Danielle Harris in this one. You know, before we get to number 5, this was still a very, very fun film. And at this point, I'm still, you know, with Halloween 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm still locked into the franchise here. But yeah, I know.
Okay, so number 4 would be Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you like it a lot. I don't understand why, but I know you do. and that's fair. For me, it would be H2O.
Okay.
Because after we left Halloween 2, this was the closest thing I felt like to the original Halloween, having Laurie Strode back and, you know, her with the kid and stuff, bringing her back. And I thought Jamie Lee Curtis did a good job. It's too bad that, you know, I guess the Weinsteins had pissed off John Carpenter, supposedly owed him money or something. So that's why John Carpenter wouldn't be a part of this. I wish he was, because he was willing to, but there was just beef with him and the Weinsteins or something. But I thought this, aside from somebody getting shot and still living, which why do we do this with gangster rappers? But whatever. Well, I guess LL Cool J is not a gangster rapper, but I thought H2O was fun, and I really have a better appreciation for this movie now than I did a month ago.
Okay. Number 3. Here we go. All right, guys, get it.
Get into the nitty-gritty.
Here it goes. My third favorite Halloween movie is Halloween Ends. You knew it was going to be at the beginning because I didn't talk about it before. Halloween.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Oh, I know ton of shit about fuck.
You know lots of shit about
bullshit.
You know shit about fucking bullshit.
Yeah, and
Halloween Ends.
I'll get into it when we talk about the movies. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. I'll talk about it more when we actually get into talking about each film.
I was just gonna say, everybody, there's your teaser to stick around to hear John talk about Halloween Ends.
John is not trolling.
I great.
It's the best out of the trilogy, and I think it's one of the best Halloween movies. So
Halloween.
I'll explain.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
3 is 3 for me. 3 is 3 for me, and I love the masks. And John, did you catch one of the things I did like about Ends? The Halloween 3 reference. Did you see that? Oh no, it's not Ends, it's Kills. Halloween Kills. Did you catch the Halloween 3 reference?
Oh yeah. The kids are wearing the masks. Yeah,
but in the park after after Michael kills the people in the car. When the girl, when he kicks the door and the gun turns around, she shoots herself in the face, and then he stages her and her boyfriend in the park on that little spinning carousel thing. They're all wearing Halloween 3 masks.
Yes. Well, so were the kids. The ones that were on the swing, they had the 3 Halloween masks. And then when she's like, "Get out of here, you got to go," they kind of dumped the mask and just split. So that's how Michael gets.
Okay, so those masks, then he picked them up and put them on those people. But yeah, that's where I specifically remembered them when the 3 people were dead. The couple and then the other girl that was the other girl that was on the swing set or something hanging up, whatever. But I like that. I did like
that was the nurse
3 reference
from the first film.
Yeah,
I think she had like the witch mask on or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So my second one would be Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Wow. I can't really argue with that. It's a good one.
There's something about it that I just love. Yeah.
So that's your second favorite?
Yeah, minus the Jamie Lloyd stuff. I still hate all of that.
Yeah,
4 and 5, but you are correct. It's better in 4. But I think they just went in such a wrong direction. I like the directing. I surprisingly like Michael's mask in it because I've said this before. Every film, Michael should have a different mask because if he has to go find one, it's not going to be the same mask. Just like Jason has different masks. So
Well, that is going to bring me, so my second favorite, which means that there will be now 3 movies that we agree on, but my second favorite is 2. I know it has its issues, but I just love that we're continuing the story right after, as much as maybe we don't like the story or whatever, it's just more of that night. So for me, this is like Halloween 78, part B or whatever, obviously, part 2. So I just, I enjoyed it. If I was going to watch Halloween franchise again, I would go, obviously my first favorite, as will be yours, the original 1978, because you have not listed that yet. So it better be your first favorite.
Number 1 is the original Halloween, but not because I think that it's a great film. It is a great film, but it's because it's a classic, because it started the franchise, because it made Michael Myers a household name, all of that type of stuff. But if somebody said, "Hey, John, let's watch a Halloween movie," I would probably not go to the original Halloween. So I would say, let's watch part 4, let's watch Ends, or let's watch Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. But it is a great movie because of what it is. So
yeah. And I agree with that. You are correct. A lot of nostalgia factors and other things come into play when making this, my favorite. So I do agree with that. Now, for me, a lot of times I think if I was going to say, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch a Halloween film, my main factors are going to be which one have I not seen most recently. But let's say all things being equal, and I haven't seen them all in a very, very, very long time. 78 would probably be my go-to, I think, without question. And then maybe I would, deviate or whatever. But then 78 and then 2. So a quick recap of mine is 78, then part 2, then part 3, then H2O, then part 4, and then the rest is all down the list. So what was your recap, your top 5 again, John?
Number 1, so Halloween 1978, Halloween 4, Halloween Ends, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and then John Carpenter's Halloween 2.
That is a very unique top 5 that I think a lot of people, or very few people, would ever have them ranked the same way you do.
The problem with the Halloween films is there's nothing new. You can make 20 of these, and it's going to be it's like Leatherface.
Yeah.
Or is any of the films or any of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films different? They're all the same. Every single one. But I love Leatherface. Part 3 is actually my favorite one. But it's like they're all the same. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, so much as it, Michael Myers coming back to kill. We think he's dead, but he's not. He's coming back to kill. And so I understand that. But I don't know. I don't know. I still, for me, like, I want Jason Voorhees to go kill people by a lake. I want dumb people giving me new reasons why they're there, but I still want the same lake and I still want the same killer. So Michael Myers, I still want him in a Inside Out William Shatner mask. I still want him killing family members. And I still, until this trilogy, I don't think, I thought it was kind of interesting. One of the things that I think he did for the first time in this trilogy was kill a kid. And in fact, he did 2. So, well, no, Michael kills 1, but 2 get killed in this trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
And that is something that we don't get in the other Halloween films. Michael never kills kids. And it's even referenced. The little kid that the girl is babysitting, the little boy who winds up on the news and stuff, he even said, oh, no, is it to her? No, who is he talking to? Oh, no, it's in Ends.
Yeah, he's
The
talking
kid-
to Corey. That has the great fall that goes like that.
Yes.
I every time I watch Ends,
Jeremy.
I always rewind it and watch it because that's I'll get more into it. So yeah, we
Yes.
should start that part 1.
When he was kicking the door, oh, we knew that kid. We knew Jeremy was going over the edge.
Oh, he
But
deserved
to
everything he
see
got.
that
He's a little
fall
fucking shit.
was- Oh, it was fantastic. The fall was fantastic. I know he totally deserved it. He totally deserved it. So,
Fuck
but
around and find out.
yeah, Fafo, yeah. So let's see. I'm going to jump through. So, in some of your comments, agreeing or disagreeing with us, I apologize because they won't make any sense to us with where we are. But yeah, no Busta Rhymes for OGB. Not hey, Busta Rhymes, phenomenal rapper, and he could rap. His vocal cords and lips allowed him to rap faster than anybody I've ever heard, and he's good. He's very talented. I've enjoyed his music, but as far as a game show, whatever you will in this Resurrection, I hated it. I thought it was so dumb. I love HR. Hey, Michael, trick or treat, motherfucker. Or is it, we're talking Resurrection?
Yeah, Halloween Resurrection. Yeah.
No. Yeah, man. Okay, I thought YouTube would take it out. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. Some of these again, they'll be out of context, so I apologize, everybody. Halloween Ends is ass.
Halloween ass.
Halloween ass. That's exactly it. Yes. Rob Zombie's Halloween is my number 1. Oh, there you go. Antonis, wow. Or
Sure.
Gail says, I hate all Rob Zombie Halloween.
Well, okay.
Halloween 5 is tied with Resurrection as your worst. Well, yeah. Hey, those 2 movies suck ass, Travis. So I'm on board. Halloween 6 is terrible, but
Resurrection is different.
Yeah. Resurrection, man. H2O is the last one of the franchise I saw, and it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it does feel like an episode of Gilmore Girls where a Walmart greeter looking like Michael Myers shows up. That is funny. That is funny. Rob Zombie's Halloween films, Halloween 2018, Halloween Ends, don't care to ever watch again. Wow. 2018 Ends, don't care to ever, and Rob Zombies.
Those are some harsh words.
Halloween 6 was cut short because Donald Pleasance died before it finished. Well, I thought, if I remembered right, Gail, I thought in the audio commentary they said that they wrapped production, but then Donald Pleasance died before they got to do pickup shots or reshoot.
I think that's it's so technically it wasn't finished.
Yeah, correct. It wasn't.
Yeah, so
principle was done, but the movie wasn't finished, I guess. So yeah.
So that's why it kind of has like a non-ending. So
yeah, and I think there's at some scenes, like in The Office, there's like when we're looking over the shoulder of Donald Pleasance, like a stand-in or something.
Yeah, with when they did the reshoots, yeah, they just had they say a lot of the times the man in black is staring at just like a totally different guy.
Yeah. Let's see here. I hate 78 Halloween. To me, it really boring. I like Halloween 4.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Halloween 4 is a good one. But man, 78, you know what? And I get it. People say 78 is boring. And Fluffy will call me out on this. Several years ago, when I rewatched 78 for the first time, I was kind of bored. But
it's a slow burn.
It is, and going back and through the film, there are so many things that I think were new and unique about that film at the time. And there are films that if they made them now, we would definitely rate them differently than, what the things that they lacked. For example, Dracula. So many people I see on Letterboxd give 1931 Dracula like 5 stars. And I mean, if that movie came out yesterday, we'd give it like a half a star, just because of everything that it lacks. But it, for the time, was so good. So in movies back in the 70s, typically were slower burned. So Halloween 2 is the only one that features Loomis and Laurie in the same frame throughout the film. Is that true? Wow. But I guess Loomis is more after Michael Myers and Laurie is running away from Michael Myers. So I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So Antonis says, hell yeah, John. I love Halloween 2. Well, there you go. John is trolling. So I think you responded to that, right? Saying you're not trolling, right?
I am not trolling.
So Gail agrees with me on H2O. Yeah, I liked H2O, man. I think it's love good. How it throws back to the original, and it shows Laurie where in 2018 Kills and Ends, Laurie is batshit crazy. Where in H2O, she's just more like traumatized but trying to live her life, and it hasn't completely changed her life. She hasn't completely succumbed to Michael Myers controlling every element of her life. And so I kind of like that. H4 Mask rocks, says Preminator. Let's see here. Gail agrees with you on Halloween 4.
Thank you.
Yes, Halloween 78 is my favorite. Seen it when it came out. Very nice. Love Halloween 2. Can't that one guy slips on his head and passes out in the car? They could have written his character to team up with Laurie. It's stupid what happened to him. Are we talking Rob Zombies or
no? That's Lance Guest. So in Halloween 2, it depends on what version you watch. If you watch the theatrical version, Laurie's hiding in the car and he dies in the car.
Oh yes,
he hits the horn. In the TV version, when she gets put into the ambulance, he's right next to her, so he survives. Yeah. It just depends on what version you see.
Yes, that is right, and I do remember we talked about that a little bit when we, in the first video where we were reviewing the Halloween franchise about him dying right there. Let's see here. Mario likes Rob Zombie's Halloween 1.
Okay.
Jeremy was annoying. Agreed.
That little punk deserve because it seemed like what they were trying to do is like the little black kid from the first film who's hilarious. I think they're trying to do the same thing with Jeremy, but it failed.
Yeah. No, he was very annoying. And here's the thing. Little kids are supposed to be annoying to the babysitters. They are supposed to give the babysitters headaches. But this kid, I mean, he went from being fine to just a complete ass. But
I don't think he was fine because he was like scaring his mom, and he was just a spoiled little brat that the mom seemed to let everything go through. When you're like that little black kid, in the first one, you got that hot blonde babysitter who's wearing the white shirt with the black bra, who's really freaking cute. And so he's like, I like you too. You better. She's hot. That's the babysitter you want.
Well, but Jeremy was a
problem child,
an only child from rich parents or wealthy parents. And those kids act like that. That's what they do. Whether we like it or not, that's how rich kids,
because
behave.
The mom, probably lets him do whatever he wants.
The mom goes and gets a nanny, and the mom is, absent and stuff, and the kid gets away with murder. So, but we will do a few more comments here, and then we will get into our reviews of that franchise. Wicked Network, what is cracking? Wicked, how you doing? NG, Jamie Lee Curtis is too busy busting out for Freaky Friday. Man, has anybody seen that?
I've seen the very original and that one. I haven't seen Freaky Friday. There's no reason.
The new one, right? It just came out, right?
Yeah, Freaky
Yeah. Yeah.
No reason to.
Wicked saying what's up to everybody else.
Hey.
Dominic, what's cracking, Dominic? How you doing?
Hey.
Today in history, 30 years ago, Vampire in Brooklyn was released. That's Eddie Murphy, right?
Yeah, it's also Wes Craven.
Yeah,
not his
biggest,
best. Not his best.
Let's see here. I've been telling people 78 Halloween is a sleeper. I don't know that it's a sleeper. In my opinion, it's one of the classics.
Well, sleeper that it's boring, or sleeper that it's a sleeper hit.
To me, typically when somebody says sleeper, it means it's a hit. But Halloween is one of those movies. If you have let's just face it, we can talk about, the under the radar or, whatever, the off the beaten path horror movies that diehard horror movie fans know. But if you look at just, casual horror movie fans, if you're going to have a Mount Rushmore of horror movies, Halloween has to be on it, right?
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, Friday the 13th. And then you can argue whether it's, Freddy Krueger or, pick your other. But I think to me, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, and Leatherface have to be up there. So to me, it's one of the, there's a lot of bad movies in this franchise, but it's just Halloween 78 is so iconic. Preminator says, I hate that Lori drops a knife 2 times in 78 finale. And she says out loud, if you have not seen, I'm telling you, Halloween 78 audio commentary with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter is the best audio commentary I've ever listened to. They address that. They talk about that stuff. And they both say, there wouldn't be a movie. If she didn't drop the knife, if she was able to kill him, we would have ended the movie right there. So yeah, it is one of those things, but horror movies, we do stupid stuff. Amara says, I like LL Cool J, hate Busta Rhyme in the movie. I don't hate either of those guys as rappers, or people, but I do not like Busta Rhymes in the movie. Sorry, I'm just trying to knock some of these out. I don't mean to.
I think that's for the
John, if you have to.
Halloween 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, TV.
Laugh my ass off, Jeremy, fall off and die. I could not stop laughing. It was great. Yes. Halloween 78 rocks. The atmosphere is amazing. John Carpenter did a great job. I agree.
Sure.
I pushed the date back for my horror anthology shoot. Dominic, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. Life happens and you have to make time for stuff. So, but hopefully you're able to get it done. Dominic, excuse me. My daughter's Dominique. She just went back down to San Diego today. Hadn't seen her in 7 months, and we picked her up off her Navy ship a couple days ago. So she has been heavily on my mind. So here we go. We do need to talk about this franchise, the Halloween trilogy, brought to us by the good / sometimes insane folks at Blumhouse. Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. To rank them again quickly, my order would be Halloween, then Halloween Kills, then Halloween Ends. John, your ranking of the 3 films in this franchise?
Ends, Halloween, Kills.
Okay. So there you go. Starting in chronological order, I think Halloween 2018. John, I've been yapping a lot. I will give you first dibs on your thoughts on 2018.
And I'm not going to probably stay on these as long as I wanted to because of our time here, but kind of a compliment sandwich. So something good, something bad, something good type of thing. I think that one, I hate when they do this with the title, but I think that this is a good, solid film. I thought it was 90 minutes and it's not. It's an hour and 45. Yeah. But it feels like 90 minutes because it goes by very quickly. It's got one of John Carpenter's best scores. It's really well shot. I absolutely agree with what the one guy talks about with Michael, with like, well, he only killed 5 people compared to, so I don't understand the rest of this trilogy. Michael killed 5 people. He wouldn't even be on the radar. He's not Dahmer. He's not Bundy. By leaving out part 2, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
So why are people so into him? Why
Well,
are
I mean, for 5 people killed in a small Midwestern town is different than 5 people killed in
But this
Vegas
is
or
like
LA.
everybody knows who he is. No, they why does the mask even important in this? You know, half of these guys wore masks or makeup or something. It's my big issue with this is the things that I like is I like that we never found out how Michael was caught. I don't think we need that information. He was just caught. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I like. Okay, this is my problem with a lot of these 3 films. A lot. The women are girl bosses. The guys are cucked. So the way that these are looked at is female good, man bad. And that's throughout all 3 of these, is that it's you have the lead girl in this, and she, of course, is, they do the Bonnie and Clyde. She's Clyde, he's Bonnie. Let's put a guy in a dress. And that's what I've noticed in this is like the new Dr. Loomis, he's a man, he's evil. I see these as being, after rewatching these, as a little woke. And that really kind of annoyed me, is that, and I think that comes from the filmmakers who I am big fans of. I'm a big, David, it's 3 words. Hold on, don't tell me. David Gordon Green. I'm a huge fan of his, and I'm definitely a huge fan of Danny McBride. But I think, I love all the stuff, all the comedies that they did for HBO. I have a feeling what happened was, after James Franco, is they all decided we can't do this type of humor anymore. And that to me is a problem. But I did enjoy it. I think that they cut all the fat off, and this is the meat. I find some of the characters to be a little weird. They say in the film, they say it's in Kills, but they say, Michael was never going to go to Laurie's house, but so the doctor brought him there. No, he didn't. He was killed. They're only like halfway there. How would Michael know where Laurie is? He wouldn't, unless he knows how to use a computer or maybe GPS in the cop car. And she's in a compound. How did he get the cop car on the compound? How did the daughter get onto the compound? She just runs onto the compound. Yeah. It makes no sense. He doesn't knock down the gate. He doesn't do anything. The doctor did. I thought for a long time, the doctor took him there, and then the doctor was killed. No, the doctor's killed a while back. And then Michael drove the cop car onto the compound somehow. And even though the dad sees the car, it's the dead 2 cops that are still in there. And the one cop who's got like all the stuff in his face, and he's holding like like the pumpkin of the other guy's head, is good night, Gail. How are they in the front seat? He pulls the car up, hides, the dad goes out. How did Michael have time to get the bodies out, walk them around the car, put them into the driver's seat, set up the pumpkin with the light in it?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I do like it. I think it's a solid slasher film, but out of the, as far as just going off of Halloween, I think this is the best out of the 3, because it's really tight as far as a Halloween movie goes. Yeah. But there are so many inconsistencies. There's really bad writing in this, which does not appear in their comedies. And that's what I was hoping was, okay, you got the guys who are doing these comedies. Let's see what they could do with horror. Yeah. And even though I really like this film a lot, there are a lot of, and I'm sorry, the Hawkins, the cop, he's dead. There is no way he's alive and killed. He gets
Yeah.
the thing stuck in his neck. The doctor stabs him a couple times and then drives over him.
Yeah.
How is he alive? There's no way this dude is alive.
Yeah.
So,
Well, some of the things with this entire franchise are people getting stabbed or shot or should be dead, and they come back. Loomis did it a number of times, but and I wish they would just leave that to Michael Myers, make him the boogeyman, make him supernatural. But no, we have so many people that should be dead that just come back. We have Jamie Lee Curtis getting stabbed and then trying to walk around a hospital. It's like, no, you just got out of surgery. You would not be walking. But that's the next movie. But to going back to Michael having time to put these people in the front seat or whatever, when did he have time to set the couple up on, in Kills, on that merry-go-round thing and put the mask on him and hang people up? Michael just does these things. It's just one of those things, I think, throughout the franchise that we're supposed to just accept that Michael has time to stage people. And I think that's one thing that maybe the filmmakers throughout this franchise, they should have given us more of that. We should have gotten more of Michael putting people into, their dead bodies doing funny things or whatever. So, maybe that's just, if you're ever going to make another Halloween movie, make sure Michael, puts people that he kills into, funny positions, or leaves them hanging from a wall or something with the knife.
But you got to give the time to do it. The people on the
Yeah.
merry-go-round,
Yeah.
he would have had time because it took later that they found the car, and it's when in Kills. But it's my other thing with this is Laurie is a massive narcissist and incredibly unlikable. Why would you think from a guy who killed 5 people that he's going to come after you? He knows nothing of you until the new Loomis says something in the cop car when Michael is supposed to be unconscious, which I'm guessing he's not. He's listening and he knows Laurie's around or something. One, why would he even know who Laurie is? But since we're not counting the other ones, she has spent her whole life thinking that Michael is thinking about her in, when he's in the asylum. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. You're a massive narcissist. You think everything is about you. You became an alcoholic to become an alcoholic. And it doesn't make, he was never coming after you. He's, like I've said, he's a shark. He just goes from house to house killing people. If somebody dumps him on her property, he's going to try to kill her. But as I'm sure, he has no idea who she is. And that really annoys me, because that whole compound is a waste of utter time. At the end of this movie, except for trapping him in the basement, he gets onto the property with a cop car. The lights don't even come on. They're motion sensors.
Yeah.
Like,
the movie has problems. And Justin, Retro Stuff TV show, what's up? How you doing? And Gail, if you're still there, if you haven't crashed out yet, have yourself a good night. I get it. It is late back there on the East Coast, but Justin, I will definitely say hi to Wet One for you. So there are issues. One thing I did want to mention was, I think with the woke stuff, like you had mentioned, or the possibility that they went a little woke. I feel like, and I did notice it throughout this franchise, that it was a lot more diverse cast, and maybe some of the girls were a little more, stronger, or, girl bosses, than in the past, where Jamie was kind of a victim running away. Now she's the girl boss and stuff. So I do think that because it was made in 2018, that they definitely had to check some boxes. So, all that stuff, I didn't feel like, personally, to me, that stuff went too far. None of that bugged me at all. I just thought, this is the movie being made in 2018. This is the way it's going to be. Who knows? The town of Haddonfield is a fictitious town. Who knows what the people living there would be like? I know a lot of Midwest towns nowadays where you would not see diverse, people there. It would be like all white people in these towns. But there are Midwestern towns that are closer to bigger cities that may have, a diverse, group of people living there, and or a diverse population, I should say. And from if what I remember right, at some point in one of the Halloween movies, they made a reference to where I think Haddonfield was like, I don't know, like an hour and a half or something away from Chicago. I seem to remember that coming up at some point. So it wouldn't be far enough away. So I'm kind of okay with the diverse population in the characters. But now in Kills, we find out in Kills, that Michael's not dead, and all the firefighters, and I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but this is just to address a point you made, John, about the people getting on the compound, is all the firefighters, all these fire trucks and everything rolled right up on her compound to try and fight the fire. And there was no, alarms or gates or anything like that. So there were flaws. There are a lot of flaws. And that's
is the gate like 50 feet? Where you
No,
could just drive around it. You would think a compound would have the fence all around it.
Yes.
So how are these people getting onto our compound?
It's an error. It's a flaw. But we see the gate clearly when the two people come up and the girl says, well, give Jamie, 30 or give Laurie Strode 3,000.
Once again, the weak male, the powerful female, and it's, he thinks that he can get away with it. She offers the 3,000. So it's like, I didn't really notice a lot of this stuff until I watched it this time. And it's just, and it doesn't bother me, but it's just like, okay, I get it. You want to do the thing with Bonnie and Clyde and they switch genders and okay, fine. That's cute. It's kind of funny. But the kid does end up in the dress for 2 freaking movies. Can he put on some pants?
But the second movie was still the same night, like 78 and part 2.
At some point, how is running in a dress any better than it should? Somebody should throw him some pants and make it much easier.
So there are a lot. I mean, in high school, you have what they call the powder puff games, where the football players dress up as girls and then the cheerleaders dress up as football players and they play the game. That type of thing happens in real life. It doesn't bother me. That stuff doesn't bother me, but I understand. And if you really sat down and looked at it, you could make, and you do make compelling arguments that that the stuff went a little bit woke there. So some of the things, and I went as I was watching these, and I said, there's a lot that I don't like about these, so I'm going to make a list of things that I do like about these. Well, my list ended up going south, and I started writing down things that I didn't like because there was just a lot more things that I did not like than things I did like with these. But one of the things, a few of the things, one, I love the fact that I don't know what part of the film he was in, but the fact that Nick Castle came back and played the Shape for at least a scene.
Oh yeah. He played a homeless man. That was in the club that they were in when they had, oh no, wait.
I thought Nick Castle put on the suit and.
Oh no! Okay. Yeah. He played. So whenever Michael has the mask off, he was. Yeah, that was Nick Castle. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, about all that, I'm not sure, but I just thought it was cool they brought him back. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, one of my favorite shots in this entire franchise, all 13 films, is when we see Michael. He's going up to these houses, and in my mind, he's looking for Laurie Strode. He's going up to these houses, and he goes, the kids are running around trick-or-treating, and he goes up the stairs to this house. He looks in the window. You see his reflection in the window. You see this woman in the house on the phone, and then Michael leaves the shot. He goes around to the back of the house, comes in the house, walks up to this woman. All the while, the camera is stationary, looking in the front window of this house, and then he stabs a woman through the neck, and the effects are phenomenal. I don't know if those were all digital effects or what it was, but it was phenomenal. The blood coming out. I loved that shot. That was, in Halloween 78, we have that very, the long sequence of Michael at the front of the house, then walking around the back, going inside, going up the stairs, where it was really 3 shots, but they edited them together so it looked like one long one. So I love the long shots and that they did something creative like that. I thought that was such a gorgeous shot. I really enjoyed that. And then I did not like the reporter, whatever they were, the people doing a thesis or report or whatever the fuck they were doing.
It was for a podcast.
For a podcast. I did not like them. I did not like the fact that they got such easy access to Michael Myers in that, prison, in that yard, and that these, lunatics or whatever that were in this asylum would be locked up on chains like that outside. I thought that was a little weird. I just didn't care for that, but that's my preference. But as soon as they all start, getting crazy when the one guy pulls out the mask. And I did think that was a pretty creative way to reintroduce the mask to Michael. Cause I like the fact that, he knew they had the mask. And then after he kills them in the gas station, he goes to the trunk and finds the mask because he knew they had it. I thought that was a great way to reintroduce the mask, but they go crazy. All the other people there in the asylum. And the one guy just goes, Figaro, Figaro. Like, what the fucking weird? What was that? That was so
crazy.
weird. No, I know, but to say, shout out Figaro, Figaro. It was, I don't know. That was all the rest of them being crazy was fine, but the Figaro, Figaro guy was so cringe to me. I wasn't a fan of that. But my thought is this, and like what you mentioned, that Michael wasn't sitting there in that asylum for 40 years thinking about Jamie. He wasn't. He was just there. And I think those reporters showing up and breaking out the mask, they awoke the evil. They brought the evil out of Michael, because I sat there thinking before they did that, Michael should be theoretically, based on what we've seen in the other movies, be able to break out of these chains, right? He's so strong. He can kick down doors and do all this stuff. Wouldn't he be able to break out of those chains?
No,
or maybe
because he's human.
Yeah.
Because of them not including part 2, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
But he's crazy, so he's probably a little stronger.
But by the end of Kills, after we see him beaten to a pulp and then he gets up and starts killing everybody, he's obviously not. He's more than just a man.
Well, okay. I don't.
So, but that's based on everything, taking all things into account now, I think he's more than just a man at this point. But I just wonder, did they awaken those reporters going there? Did they awaken evil with him, there?
So I'm going, and NG's asking which film we're talking about. We're talking about Halloween, the trilogy Halloween. Yeah, 2018. Yeah. I disagree with you that when he's walking around, he kills the woman in the house. I don't think he's looking for Jamie at all. I think that the doctor is the one who pretty much staged all of this, and that the doctor probably had something to do with him escaping. He was fine. He wasn't killed. Instead, the stupid kid who has no idea how to use a rifle, apparently. I mean,
if we just go to dance class?
Once again, why is the boy a girl? Why is he feminized?
No, that bugged me.
Is this Billy Elliot? And he's like, well, Dad, I like going out and hunting with you on the weekends. Okay, well, if you enjoyed that, you would know how to use a freaking gun, that you just wouldn't shoot somebody with it. What does that say about the Second Amendment? I mean, it doesn't make me feel any more comfortable with it that you idiot are out there just randomly shooting people. And then I don't think, if this was real, I don't think the doctor, the new Loomis, would allow those reporters to show the mask to Michael. And
agree.
I don't at all.
No.
So killing 5 people, maybe, but with how big of a legend he is, no way. I don't think that they would do that. I like the scene of him holding the mask and going, say something. And then right in the middle of the say, and then it cuts to Halloween. I like that edit is really good. But they're even ripping off other Halloween movies. The reporter in the bathroom, that's from part 4, when the mother and the son go. And then when he gets the overalls, the mechanic suit, that's also from part 4, where he kills the mechanic. When he kills a guy, he kills another mechanic. So they can't even come up with anything original.
But I think that was intentional, like the masks in Kills. I think they were paying homage to some of the earlier movies, or throwing back to some of that. I don't know, but and I understand, the frustration, with that. Some of the things that I liked about this film when he killed the kid on the fence and the kid's like hanging up there, the fence post through his face. I thought that was great.
He was annoying too.
Oh, definitely. Yes. And then when the reporter girl walks into the gas station to ask where the bathroom is, and the guy's like, oh, it's around back or whatever, and she's walking out, you see Michael in the background killing the guy in the
I didn't
garage
spot
part.
that.
Yeah. So I thought that's cool. And then you see, when she comes, or when Michael comes back out of the bathroom after he kills the two reporters, you see the guy that was working at the register, his face all jacked up and his jaw like hanging off and stuff. I thought that was cool. I thought that scene was put together very well. And the girl, I mean, we did, kind of, go back to one of the other films, but the girl being scared under, trying to crawl under the toilets and stuff. I liked it. I liked the kills. I liked that they got rid of those two people. I did not want them being a full part of this film. So I liked the fact that they got killed and that he was able to go get his mask. I thought that was pretty a good plot line for the film, how he got his mask back and killing those two people. So then other things that I wanted to mention. Yeah, talking about the bus crash. I don't like the fact that we didn't see it. We are
it's perfect.
We're with the kids, and then they show up and the bus is crashed. I would have rather, I mean,
because you want the fact.
How did Michael the bus crash?
Doesn't matter.
But I think to me, I want to know, did Michael break out of the chains? And if he could break out of his, chains on the bus to make the bus crash, then he surely could have broken out of his chains, out in that courtyard there when he was chained.
Well, because he's not dumb. He's one of the smarter slashers. So
I agree with that.
He knows, okay, I got to get to this point, but it is very possible that the new Loomis was part of this, and which is why he's not dead. So it's I don't need to see it. It happens. It's just it's trimming it all down to just the bare essentials, basically. So for me, it doesn't. But I know that you like that stuff.
Yeah, no, I do. I wanted it.
See, I don't mind if you have a movie where a person wakes up in the morning and they're like, oh, and then that cuts to them getting in their car. I don't need for them to get out of bed, walk into the kitchen, make coffee, go to the bathroom, hop into the shower.
But if it has a reason or if it advances a story, no, we don't need to see all of that stuff. But what I thought would have been great if the dad and the kid were driving down the road and they saw the bus crash. Would have been fine. The bus is going along, boom, bus crashes.
Well,
I just wanted to see the bus crash. People. Well, they could go, and I mean, they could have shot the whole thing differently. In my opinion, I would have shot that scene with the dad and the kid showing up to the bus. I would have shot it differently, my opinion. But we don't need to get into my, how I would have done and all that. We need to move it along here. But I thought it was interesting. In a lot of these Halloween movies, we've had the kids, one kid or another, looking out the window from the school and seeing Michael Myers standing outside. In this film, we get Laurie Strode's granddaughter looking out the window and seeing Laurie Strode out there. So it's really, it is how batshit is Laurie, and how batshit are we supposed to think Laurie is if now we're looking at her when we would see Michael out there. I thought that was interesting.
Well, because Laurie kind of becomes Michael in a way.
Yeah. And then, because she becomes the aggressor because she's trying to trap Michael in her house at her compound and everything. To me, that is a big, trying to attract Michael to get him in the basement, to trap him, to burn him. So yeah, it is kind of role reversal. And I think there's some symbolism there with Laurie being the one outside more than just going, oh, it's funny to put Laurie out there. And then why do we need to show, them walking through the fucking cemetery just to go, oh, look, there's, we're going to sit here on our microphone and talk about the events that happened in 1978. That was another one of these moments in this movie where it was like, wait, we already know this shit. We've already seen Halloween 1978. You don't need to tell us in your little microphone what happened. And so I thought that the whole walk through the cemetery was rehashing, Loomis walking through the cemetery and, finding out, the tombstone was missing and stuff. And then you walk through the cemetery and the tombstone's there. What the fuck is the point?
Well, you don't want to completely just redo it. I don't necessarily mind.
I thought the scene was irrelevant.
It doesn't bother me so much because it's for people who haven't seen the original or maybe don't remember it. You do need to have somebody tell you. My problem with it is, why is this being told now? If they've been doing this podcast and it's all on Michael Myers because he's known worldwide, this would already be talked about. They would have already, but it's the you got to have it for the audience to kind of reconnect and, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But so,
I mean, it's theoretical. We know movies are not shot in chronological order, so maybe their podcast wasn't being shot in chronological order, but I'm with you. For the sake of the film, I'm going like, shouldn't we have already given the backstory to our viewers? Shouldn't that already be established, before we're at the cemetery?
Well, then this isn't in this film, just in other movies. They will have two people in a car and they'll be discussing something. It will then cut to them getting out of the car, continuing the same conversation, like literally continuing it. Yeah. But in real life, that conversation would have ended a long time ago.
Yeah.
And when they got out of the car, they wouldn't be saying anything. But because of editing and them trying to be, interesting in their cuts, that's how it works. And so, I mean, it doesn't necessarily. I think the recounting things in the next two movies, I think is completely unnecessary. Yeah. So in this one, okay, we're reestablishing. Fine, let's get it out of the way. When the reporters are talking to Laurie, and they, and we bring up stuff like your daughter was taken away from you, that stuff we didn't know. And I do like her response with this, but you already knew that. But
yes, so well, and in kills, when there's a scene where they talk and they introduce a character that I don't think we ever knew in 78, and so part of a speech leads to an introduction, kind of explains him into the film, and so I think that's okay. We'll get to that in just a moment here. But Mr. C, what's going on, Mr. C? Childhood memories, yes, Halloween, man, going back in the day here. But good to see you, Mr. C. Michael Myers says NG should just stand and stare at America for the half. I'd be down. You know what? That'd be better than the shit we're gonna get. It would be scary seeing Michael Myers out the window. Yeah, baby. Yes. Yeah, it would. If you looked out your window and there was Michael Myers, yeah, that would get you going. So I think with all that being said, we should get ready to move on to the next kills. Because John and we're going to record another video once we're done here tonight that, John, when are you going to release? It's going to be a Funko Pop video
Thursday
for Halloween. So we're going to talk about cool, like horror movie Funko Pops, going to be on John's channel for you to watch Thursday. Also right now on John's channel, I'm pointing at John, I'm pointing the wrong way again. Is the video, our 10 movies a piece that we think you should watch, or recommendations that you may want to watch. If you're looking for something to watch for Halloween, we have 10 movies a piece that we like and think maybe good Halloween movie watches. That's on John's channel right now, so you can check that out as well. Please. So but do that when we're done yapping about this, because so before we move on to kills, I would just say, with final thoughts on Halloween 2018, I was all in on this movie. Yes, it had some issues, but I was like, you know what? For a Halloween installment, I was okay with this. In the theater, and we sat there for the credits to see if there was a post-credit scene. And what pissed me off, what made me walk out of the theater pissed off, was when I heard Michael Myers breathing at the end, because I did not know that this was going to be a trilogy at that point.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, no, Michael's burning to death. We're done with this now. And so, I mean, we saw this opening night, like, Thursday night that it came out in the theater. And I do not like to know anything about movies before I go in, if I can. So I did not know anything about this being a trilogy. And so once I heard him breathing, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was so bad. Anyways, on a 1 to 5 star for this movie right here, I am torn, because I want to go 3 and I want to go 2.5. And part of me says, you know what? It's better than a 3. It's like a 3.5, but I can't give it a 3.5. I'm more like at 3, 0.25 or something. But I think I'm just giving this movie a 3 out of 5. John, final thoughts on Halloween and your score?
I was all about this film and I saw it in the theater. I actually saw it twice. I immediately bought the Blu-ray. I just compared to, because at the time I didn't like the Rob Zombie movies. It was later that I started liking really part 2. So for me, this was the best thing in decades. And I really enjoyed it, even with all of its flaws. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I really liked it. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, Halloween Kills a lot of the good stuff that's in this film. I think that they were doing too much fan service. How is Michael captured? That whole thing. We don't need to know. It's not necessary. So so I really like it. I give it a 3. Yeah, I think a 3 is a good one, because I think it's solid. And that soundtrack is one of Carpenter's best soundtracks. Yeah. That soundtrack is great. So when I watched this on Blu-ray, I just turned that volume up just for the soundtrack.
Yeah. So moving on to kills now. I'll give a little bit of thoughts first, since you went first on the last one. If I didn't like Karen in the first one, I learned to hate Karen in Halloween Kills. I did, again, mentioning after Michael kills the people in the car, one of my favorite horror movie kills of all time. And I remember us bursting out laughing in the theater when we saw Michael kick the door, and the girl with the gun in her hand, the door hits the gun, it turns around and she shoots herself in the face. That is hysterical. That was such a great kill. And then him dressing them up in the Halloween 3 masks, putting them on the playground. I thought that stuff was a lot of fun.
Let me just say something about that, which is funny. I watched a few videos, like, talking about these movies, and they threw in Jamie Lee Curtis going, the Halloween Kills, it's like BLM. And then it immediately cuts to the black chick blowing her head off.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So I did like them, like at the bar, them reintroducing some of the older characters, now being older. And what's his name? Anthony Michael Hall. His speech, while that some of it seemed a little forced and stuff, but it was, okay, it's the 40th anniversary of all this stuff happening. He was traumatized, just like Jamie was traumatized, for all these years. So I get it being emotional. At first, as the bar scene, the first time I ever watched it, the bar scene was kind of like hokey to me. But then toward the end, when you find out that Michael's back and he's killing and they all start to, take off, I thought they pulled it all together. And at that point, I was really on board with this film. Yeah. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but Michael McDonald, I will never, ever be able to look at him as anyone other than little Stewart on Mad TV. Yeah, him there in his tidy whities or his little underwear or whatever, whatever. That to me, Kills is where I really was like, okay, they are checking boxes and they're going a little woke with this. We have the 2 gay guys, and that's fine. But the Big John, Little John. There was so much with this what I was just like, we're taking a little too far with these guys. I think that we don't need to. They can just be gay. We don't have to show how gay people fully live their lives and everything. So I thought they did go a little far with that, but it wasn't the end of the movie. It didn't ruin it for me. But it was kind of more like a reaffirming that they were checking boxes to make sure that the studios weren't going to shut them down for not being, DEI or woke or whatever. So once we get to the hospital and things get out of control and nobody's listening to anybody in the hospital, the cool shot, the kid that was dead on the fence, seeing him laying there and seeing his mom see him with a hole in his face. I thought that was great. Lori being in surgery, coming out, and her daughter and her granddaughter finding out she's going to be okay. That's great. But then Lori trying to get out of bed moments after getting out of surgery. No, you want to talk about things that don't work. That does not work. Like Michael Myers not having enough time to do this or that. No, I am sorry. But if you just came out of surgery, you are going to be asleep or groggy. You're going to be out of it. There's zero chance. I don't care what just happened to you. There is zero chance you're going to be trying to get out of that bed. And then the cop that, should have been dead, who's in the bed
Hawkins.
next to Jamie, him like waking up and having a conversation with her. Come on. I mean, if you're saying this is the next day or something and they're kind of waking up and barely having this conversation, I'll buy it, but not that soon. That stuff was a little ridiculous. And then the mob, evil dies tonight. Oh my God. So the mob, and I'm almost done with my rant. I'll let you get to it, John. I know you're chomping at the bit here, but once the mob got going and got out of control and the cops lost control, and then they were after the wrong guy, I just think all it would have taken is one of the cops to pull out his gun, put a bullet through the ceiling, and everybody would have shut up, and the cop could have gone, stop it. That's not the guy we're looking for. But no, they just let this mob go after these people. Then they're breaking down the doors and the windows to get to this guy, and the cops are standing there doing nothing about it. It's like, I understand it's a mob mentality and these people are out for blood, but it's like, come on, and the guy falling off, him committing suicide was tragic, but it was kind of cool. And then obviously everybody having that realization that he wasn't Michael Myers, standing around was like, okay, maybe we need to pull this mob mentality, put that shit to the side and really figure out how we're going to hunt down Michael Myers. That stuff, that mob mentality and Jamie in the hospital are what ruined this movie for me. I know there's a lot of throwbacks and we're explaining what happened and we're going back to 78 a lot. And I don't think we needed all that, but that stuff didn't kill it. It was Jamie in the hospital, her speeches and stuff. It was too much and it was way too soon. That frustrated me. There were some good kills in this. Him at the end, in my mind, Michael is superhuman. He's not just a man. And so for him getting beat to almost death, having that Hulk Hogan rise from the ashes moment where now he's going to turn and kill everybody, I thought was great. There were some decent kills there. But maybe the best part of the movie, aside from the girl shooting herself in the face, was finally at the end when he kills Karen. I was like, thank you. We don't have to see Karen in another movie because she is fucking annoying. So that is what I got to say. That's my thoughts on kills. John?
As you know from my ranking, I hate this movie. I don't mind Karen because I like Judy Greer, but she didn't bother me because she has a point. But this, first of all, and Anthony Michael Hall, I'm a massive fan of. So, but I don't think he was right for this movie. I don't think that he was right as Tommy. It's this entire film is fat. There is very little meat in it. It's if you watch the uncut, like the extended version of this, and then you watch the first one, they're the same length. But the first one seems shorter. This one seems longer. And it's the mob thing I thought was fucking stupid. The whole, I don't know if they're basically like trolling us with Evil Dies Tonight with how many times it was said. The guy is the mental patient is clearly not Michael Myers when they showed both him and Michael Myers on the TV screen in the bar. And people should, and I don't care if they're all going crazy, they would notice that this guy looks like a freaking hobbit. He looks like a troll. He's not, how is he going to do this? And some of them do realize it, but it's just like, come on. When he does fall to his death and he's all broken apart, that was pretty cool looking. But it's this entire thing. Oh, and once again, so now we're gonna have the black couple that dies. So he's a doctor, she's a nurse, but guess what? She's really the doctor, he's the nurse. And one of the characters even goes, he goes like, of course, or he said like, oh, I thought so. Something like that, and it's just like, once again, why do we have to do these gender swaps? Why can't the guy just, I don't know, be a rabbit or something? Why do we have to do this? It's so annoying because now we've done it in 2 films. We also have 2 films that talk about peyote. Why is this a thing in both films? And peyote goes to Lonnie. Why do we care about Lonnie? Nobody cares about Lonnie. And I don't know anything about the actor, but I don't like how he portrayed Lonnie. That he's just kind of this loser. And it's just like, I thought Lonnie was friggin' annoying. I did not like how Tommy kind of took over everything and the cops did nothing. It's all this, it's just there. I like the stuff with the firemen. I thought that was good. I hated all the stuff from 78 because Michael just stops. He's a killing machine and he just stops. Why?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. I love the guy who plays Loomis. It wasn't his voice. It was a different guy doing the voice, but that was just like a grip. They just got a guy on set who kind of looked like Donald Pleasance, and they put like a fake nose on him and stuff. That I loved. I would have loved to have maybe seen a film of Loomis chasing Michael. Not Halloween Kills, and the whole thing of Hodkins, young, shoots his partner and kills him. And the one cop says it was an accident, but we're going to say that he shot himself. What? Did he do this? I mean, none of that stuff made sense. I hated all of it. And of course, Karen dying, ironically, her name being Karen, when she dies at the end, nobody saw Michael Myers into the house. Nobody saw it, even though there's all these people outside.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that's where I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. That's where I go back to Michael Myers being the boogeyman. He can do these things. He can put people up in certain ways or whatever. It's one of those things with the whole franchise that we have to forgive,
Well, it's to me, it was just a jump scare that they went, oh, this would be cool if he just ends up behind her. Yeah. And it's the stupid window. This is where he stood and just stared out the window.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares? It's so stupid.
Yeah.
And I know they took that from part 2 because, Loomis talked about how he just like stared into the abyss and all this type of stuff. I can't, there is, throughout the films, you could say that he becomes supernatural. I did listen to a lot of the audio commentary for Ends, and David Gordon Green does state that Michael is not supernatural, at least in the first film.
Yeah, I lost all respect for David Gordon Green after this shithole of a trilogy. So,
I lost all my respect for him from doing The Exorcist Believer.
Oh well, yeah, but that was after this abomination.
Yeah.
Michael is supernatural. What? No, say it isn't so.
It only happens later. There's
it's weird that he's able to transition from a normal little boy into this supernatural being. Like, what happened?
Well, that's why it's a bigger problem with Rob Zombie with having him a giant. You know, it's just like, oh, so this little kid went from this to this giant.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, hey, you know, my son when he was 5 years old was like a normal little 5-year-old, and now he's a skyscraper. So I mean, it happens, and I don't know where he got it because, you know,
you're like
it ain't me.
4'2", you know.
Exactly. I am like Hobbit size. I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, you're standing right now. You're not actually sitting down.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just this entire thing is there just, and it repeats itself over and over and over again. When we go to Big John, who's small, and then we see Little John, who's big, ha ha. Why the hell would you live in the Myers house to begin with? That thing should have been torn down.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they talk the kids that come in and give them, you know, the pranks and all that stuff. They say like 2 or 3 times, do you know whose house this is?
Yeah.
Do we have to tell you? It's just like, we've heard
And
this.
what is that? Is that going to scare a kid? Oh my God. 40 years ago, some guy who killed people lived here. That doesn't, like, as a kid, that doesn't scare me. What a douchebag thing to say. Oh, do you know whose house this was? That's like, my dad's going to sue you. Like, yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, and Michael doesn't do anything with the house. It's not like he's staying in it. He kills the people in it, and then lives in it. He just leaves.
Yeah.
So it's just everything with this. It's just so and Anthony Michael Hall being Tommy is so over the top alpha.
Yeah.
That it's you know, and Lonnie is a total beta and all this. The stuff with him as a little kid, he falls to the ground and there's Michael. Oh, Michael doesn't kill kids. Really?
Yeah.
Well, he kind of did. And you mentioned this stuff in the bar. I hated all of that. We know this. This is, I don't care if this takes place after the first film. There's been a ton of movies. We know this. Why
no,
I know,
but the idea that, okay, we're announcing this is the 40th anniversary. None of these people know that Michael's out and that he's killing right now. And so for them all being at the bar, for us to be reintroduced to all these characters and to kind of identify to the audience who these people are, the way they did that with Anthony Michael Hall's, with his speech of talking about, well, this is him, this is her, and this is, you know, they were there and stuff. The way they did that, so the audience knew who these people were from the original movies. I liked. But
then you would have the same thing about the reporters in the graveyard. That was there for people who didn't see the other movies. They're giving information that we already know.
But these, you know, Anthony Michael Hall and these other 3 people were not in Halloween. They were just in Kills. So it's kind of introducing them. I get it. To me, that's not nearly the worst part of the movie. There's a lot worse things, in my opinion, but there are problems all around with this movie, all around. I mean, it's just some very, you know, the girl shooting herself in the face, Karen getting killed at the end. Some of the other kills were good. The Halloween 3 throwback, very few things positive to say. I mean, really, I have 3 things noted as positives from this movie. That's it. So it's a very bad movie. That's why it's my, you know, second, third to least favorite of this entire franchise. So it's just bad.
Because now I'm kind of thinking of stuff is when the house is on fire and the firemen are there and the guy falls through the floor. I do like that Michael is hiding in this kind of metal closet. Yeah. And then to protect himself in the fire. To me, that made sense. Yeah. I like him killing all the firemen. I like the point of view from the firemen with the mask on and the blood going everywhere. I really enjoyed that. And of course the people in the bar wouldn't know what's going on instantly because it's the same night, but it's like, God, do we need to do the hospital thing again for a third time?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
but at least Michael, at least
half an hour.
Yeah. But Michael, at least, you know, at this point, Michael doesn't go to the hospital. You know, we don't see Michael
because he doesn't know who Laurie is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has no idea. I did like, though, and I don't remember if it's in the first. I think it's in the first. Yeah, it's in the first one. Where, if you remember in the original Halloween 2, there's the guy with the boombox, and he kind of hits into Michael, and then we see Michael kind of take over. Like in this, there's a little kid playing that. He's got the little boombox, and he hits into Michael, and he walks by. And I did like that little nod. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, I can't.
Yeah, no, you know, and one thing I meant to mention with Halloween 2018 was the kid, you know, the kid with his dad that find the crashed bus, you know, Michael killing that kid. You know, that's the first time I think in the entire franchise that we saw Michael killing a kid. And then, and I think that's the only time in the franchise Michael actually kills a kid, you know, because the other kid dies in Ends. But, you know, I did want to mention that. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, you know, Ends, I'm sorry, Halloween Kills. It's a mess. The firefighters, you know, it's so hard to believe that he'd be able to fight one at a time. The kills were cool, and the slaughtering of the firefighters. And then when they go back, you know, later when the cops are there and see all the dead firefighters everywhere, that was a pretty good shot. And Michael getting out of the house the way he did, you know, with the firefighters coming in, you know, to check the house and stuff. That was all great. But yeah, how did they get into the compound in the first place? So, you know, it's like for the little bit of good stuff that you see there's like 5 or 6 mistakes. So, but you know, I wonder too, with having multiple people writing a film, you're going to have one guy go, I want to do this. And another guy going, oh, I want to do this. And then they have to find somehow to make it work when they have these 2 different ideas. And sometimes that ends up sucking. And so I wonder having, you know, maybe too many people involved with writing these films. You know, and I know John Carpenter, you know, wasn't alone in writing, 78. He didn't even write alone, right? Didn't he write it with
Deborah Hill.
I want to say Sandy King, but no. But he wrote it with Deborah Hill. So, you know, but that's I guess as long as you're on the same page with it and there's a clear, you know, person who's in charge of the writing, I guess that's one thing. But I feel like these guys, they had too many ideas of cool things they wanted to do, and we couldn't bridge the gaps properly, you know, or get from point A to point B without
well, and they didn't have an idea. So they were supposed to shoot 1 and 2 back to back, then COVID hit. And then once all that happened, because obviously Halloween was a massive hit. And so they waited until they could. So it was all 3 films allegedly were supposed to take place on the same night. But they did kills. And I don't think, and from what I've read, they really had a clear idea of what they wanted to do. Hence, Ends being a radical shift.
Yeah.
So,
well, because Ends got pushed. Yeah, because it got pushed.
That came out like a year later when it was supposed to.
And it's interesting. I'll tell a story in just a moment about how I first learned that I wasn't going to like Ends. Travis says, after 2018 released, I speculated the sequel would play up to the fact no one is alive to verify Michael as the killer, accusing the Strodes while we focus on Cameron finding Julian from 2018. Yeah, you know, I mean, aside from, well, no, Lori was in the hospital and stuff, but yeah, I mean, who would have really known? But yeah, that's interesting. I feel it should have been reversed in the flashback. Lonnie is the one bullying. Here's the cops warn about Michael, then walks into him. That being what turns him around. Yeah, I mean, you know, and this is things, you know, with the films as far as, you know, could we do this or could we do that? You know, or should they have done this or should they have done that? Yeah, there's so many different things, you know, that we could talk about. And I hate to say it, but we are so far behind. We really need to get moving. But yeah, Kills, I think they had a good idea. I think this could have been a fun, a good movie. But I just feel like they went too many different directions and they failed in their writing. And with that being said, Halloween Kills to me is a 2.5 stars out of 5. John?
2.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Any final thoughts before we move on to ends?
No.
Okay. I have very few thoughts on ends because I hate it so much. So let me just say a couple things and I will let you rant and we'll wrap this video up. I understand. Again, we talked about it already. Jeremy getting killed, Jeremy being this little prick and locking Corey in the attic, Corey kicking the door down to knock Jeremy off. Probably the best part of the film. The parents walking in, seeing their kid fall was great. So, and I feel like this is what happened with the film. The basics of the film is that you have Corey who's being bullied, and this is the Corey story. And what I mainly don't like about this movie is it's not about Michael Myers. This movie is about Corey. So you have Corey who's being bullied, and he's kind of maybe like Michael, was picked on or whatever, had problems as a kid, and then something switched, and then all of a sudden the evil went into him. And it was in that moment in the sewer when Michael was choking Corey, and then Corey had Michael was kind of like seeing. It was Michael channeled his inner Spock and was able to see Corey's thoughts or whatever. Because when Michael's choking him out, Michael sees the Corey's thoughts and stuff. And then Michael feels bad for him and releases him. And so I'm like, okay, Michael channeled Spock, and then the evil transferred over to Corey, and then Corey went and became this evil killer, tried to become Michael Myers. I just did not like that. Corey, I thought, was just too big of a bitch. He would not be ingenuitive enough to, pull off some of the kills that he did. Some of the kills I did like. There was some good stuff in this movie as far as kills, but I just have a problem with Corey. And the scene where Lori, or I'm sorry, not Lori, but Lori's granddaughter, whatever her name was, and Corey are sitting in the restaurant, and the ex-boyfriend comes up and he's like, he's the cop, and he's trying to, bully them and stuff, and trying to get the girl to go with him. And then after they finally get rid of him, Corey tells the girl, "I'm not afraid no more." And I'm like, it's totally, you've probably all seen it. And it's the video of the black guy in church, and they do like a baptism on him or something. And he's like, "I'm not gay no more. I like women. I'm like, that's what Corey sounded like to me when he goes, "I'm not afraid no more." I'm like, this is the douchiest douchebag. And then later on in the movie, we know, and maybe this proves John's point that Michael doesn't care about Laurie, because Michael sees Laurie Strode standing out in front of the house, and Michael turns around and walks away. If Michael wanted Laurie dead, why didn't he go kill her right there when he sees her out front? And then Laurie being an author was just beyond stupid. The way her voiceovers and stuff with this book was so dumb. I did not care for that at all. I just, Michael, he doesn't have proteges. Michael is not a mentor. And if Michael is this big badass who can get up at the ends of kills and kill all these people that were just about to kill him, why is he dying why is he teenage mutant ninja Michael living in a sewer for a year until they find him and he's almost dead or something? What's going on there? I don't understand the transition from kills to there, where Michael goes on and kills. At the end of kills, he's killing Karen and he's fine, but now he's dying in this tube or whatever, and he needs to kill to get his evil back, to make him strong. Is that what we're saying? When he kills, he becomes stronger? Is that what it is? I don't know. I just didn't care for it. The Corey stuff was just so hard to deal with. Corey's death, killing himself, was kind of a shock, and I kind of did like that. There were moments in this, but God damn it, I hate this movie. And I'm sorry, John, your thoughts are. Tell us why I'm wrong and why we should love Halloween Ends.
I don't think you're wrong, but I think much like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, in years to come, people will like this film a lot better. It's I mean, I got the 3 pictures down here. Can
Okay.
you put up the one with the titles first? So I watched a whole bunch of videos on this. So basically, Halloween Ends is David Gordon Green's Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. This is very clear that Halloween 1 and Halloween Kills is the original Halloween and Halloween 2.
Yeah.
He just directly remade those basically, and then said, because he had time between the movies, that he's like, I want to do something totally different. The sign that these are totally different is because he uses the same font from Halloween 3 to tell people this is a totally different movie. This is my Halloween 3. It is not going to be the same film. And I like that. I hated this movie when I first saw it. And now for some reason, I think it's the best out of the trilogy. And then, so if you could bring up the second picture.
Yeah. See, and I do think if they were going to do that different, they could have, but I just, man, why was Michael decrepit and dying?
I'll get to that. I'm going to try to make all this really fast. So on the other side of this is, and I did listen to some of the audio commentary. So David Gordon Green says that he actually spoke to John Carpenter and said, I want to make this Christine. I want to shoot it like Christine. I want it to look like Christine. I want it to have the same beats as Christine. And Carpenter said, that's fine. So if you notice, we got Arnie Cunningham, Corey Cunningham. The 2 pictures, you have David Keith, and then you have Corey. These are similar because that's what he wanted to do. Michael Myers is Christine. Corey is Arnie. And the girlfriend is the girlfriend from Christine. And so it's his version of Halloween 3 using Christine as a template. There is even in Christine, when Christine is all bashed up and Arnie goes, show me, and then it rebuilds itself. That same line is in Halloween Ends when Michael is all fucked up and they got the cop down there. He says, show me. Yeah. And then Michael kills the cop. So and I love Christine, and I've come over the years to love Halloween 3. So I find this to be very, very interesting. Now go to the last one. Okay, so here we have this as shifting appearance. So Arnie is a nerd. Christine is getting to him, so now he becomes a little more slick. Then he becomes the asshole, and then he just goes totally insane and ends up dying. Same thing with Corey. Nerd, goes a little crazy, becomes totally insane, and then dies because he goes completely nuts. And so now you can take him down because, like I said, I'm going to try to make this fast.
You know what? That makes total sense now. I never would have thought of that before. It makes total sense, but I fucking hate it.
No, and I get it. It's not for everyone. It's not. It's Michael he's a vessel. He's dying through, even if he is supernatural, it's a transference that he wants. So he's hiding down in the cellar, eating rat, or not in the underground, the sewer. And so he's eating rats and stuff. He's slowly trying to heal over the years. And like I mentioned with like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I love Aftermath. So we're seeing the town, which I think could be worse. We're seeing that people have committed suicide. We're seeing people have, killed other people. We're seeing this. And Arnie, because Michael Myers hasn't been there for so long, Corey is now the new boogeyman because they have to take it out on somebody. So this kid who accidentally, killed this little kid, which is the funniest thing I've ever seen. They now have to use him as the new boogeyman. I love the scene where Jamie Lee Curtis is all happy. For some reason, was it cherry blossoms are the big thing in this instead of peyote? Yeah. But she's leaving the store, and you got the black woman who's like the caretaker, and then the black woman from Kills who gets the like the light through her neck.
How did she survive, man?
How does any of these people survive?
That's another one. Yeah,
but
that's hilarious.
It's of saying you fucked with this guy, which is true. They should, like, just like Tommy in Kills, he should be in jail. He incited a riot that killed somebody.
Yeah.
And they keep blaming, well, now he's turned us into monsters. Now he's done this. Michael hasn't done anything. You caused all these problems. And that's the same thing with Ends. Michael hasn't done anything. He's been in a sewer.
Yeah.
So you're the ones who are causing these suicides. You're the one who are causing people to shoot each other. You're the ones that are doing all of this. And so it's not Michael's fault. He's just hanging out in a sewer. You got like the homeless guy that kind of protects him a little bit. And it's so Corey for me is who was going to be. And David Gordon Green mentioned that they were originally going to have Michael transfer into Corey and to continue this with more movies, but they couldn't because they only had the copyright for 3 films.
Yeah.
And then it reverted back to Miramax. I one scene I definitely wanted to see and to hear the audio commentary is when we meet the Bullies, the band that shows up. And David Gordon Green does say that's on purpose, that he went back and he wanted an 80s bully. And normally it's like in Christine, it's the shop guys in the car shop. So, or it could be a football team. In this, he chose the dumbest thing possible, which is band. So that's a joke. It was meant to be a joke. Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people got that. I didn't get it when I first saw it. And I think this film is better edited. It's better shot. Its soundtrack is good. It's better than Kills, but it's not as good as the first one. It looks like Christine. It kind of sounds like Christine. I love the stuff with the DJ who gets killed. I like how just basically Corey just goes into this dark descent. I like that Allison, I think is her name, the daughter, I think. But I like that she just can't handle this shit. And she has to find the most damaged person that she could. Yeah. And realizes then near the end that it's not going to work out. This is just, he's just too toxic. And he even says, Corey says when he's looking at Lori saying, if I can't have her, and he stabs his neck. I originally thought, because the line is, if I can't have her, nobody will, but he doesn't finish it. He means that Allison is going to blame Lori for his death. So she will never have her either. Yeah. And I like how Michael is just like, oh, fuck this guy, and just kills him. Because he's like, kind of like nobody's going to support, going to, take over for me. Now, the thing is, they obviously knew that time was short with that, once Corey dies. So immediately they bring in, the fight between Michael and Lori.
See, and I apologize. I don't mean to cut you off, but you know what? That's my problem again. These stupid people that should have been dead. Corey stabbed himself in the jugular with a gigantic knife. You cannot, why did we have to have him alive after that? There is even the, Allison or whatever, the daughter, she comes in and sees him and, touches him and he's dead. And then she's going to leave. Yeah, well, then Michael shows up and he's still alive. Because this guy is fucking dead.
Because that's Frankenstein. Corey created this. He brought Michael back. My favorite scene in the whole film is when the asshole doctor and the nurse, who should have never been promoted because she's only into this for money. He's into it for sex. She's into it for money. There is a shot where Michael has her and he hits her up against the wall and stabs her with the knife. I wish it didn't cut to a medium shot, but it's a beautiful camera move of outside of him just going through the house, holding her. Yeah. The thing that pisses me off is in the audio commentary, David Gordon Green talks about the other movies, and he talks about the fans. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this during a murder? Why don't you do this when it's Corey and her name is Allison? Why don't you do it when they're sitting on top of the radio station, just bullshitting instead? But the funny thing is, the actress who plays Allison, she goes, because a couple people were on Zoom. It was like 5 people on the audio commentary. Is she goes, it's really sad to see these 2 people, the doctor and the nurse, who are in love, get killed. And everybody goes, what? What are you talking about? And they all point out,
That's
she's
hilarious.
a user. She wants him for money. He wants sex. He wants the arm candy, like the eye candy. They're using each other, and they're
100%.
perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, but they're not in love.
No, which then tends to make me feel like, what is this actress's idea of love then?
Hey, you know what? And the less I know about actors and famous people, the more I like them, because usually they are idiots. And that just tells you this girl is a bonehead. If she played this role and didn't know, she is a bonehead.
Yeah, and it's the ending, I think, is a little extreme with the long parade, and we see the one person, of course, who's not there is the little girl from the first film who's in all the movies, the one that survives with Tommy.
Doesn't she get
Lindsay
killed?
Lindsay.
Doesn't Lindsay get killed in Kills?
No, doesn't she survive? They find her under the bridge. Does she die? I don't think she, unless somebody in the Lindsay Wallace.
I know they find her under the bridge, but I thought she got it after that.
I don't know. I noticed that she wasn't there in the parade, so maybe. But it's. I mean, they're definitely ending it. I mean, at least for this trilogy with Michael.
Oh yeah, no. To me, you're right, and to me, the parade around town, I took that as Blumhouse going, "Fuck all you other filmmakers. We're ending Halloween. You can't do Halloween. We're ending it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you." The only way that they would have pulled off that correct, and I would have been fine with that, is if Jamie, as Michael's like falling into that meat grinder thing or that big car grinder, if his hand would have reached up and grabbed Jamie and pulled her in. They should have you want to end Halloween? Kill Jamie. Because the stupid thing Jamie says in Kills, I'm the only one that can kill him. Okay,
because she's a total narcissist. Yeah. She thinks everything is about her, and it isn't.
And she should have been. It would have been so much better if we didn't have to hear her stupid book at the end. After she would have just got pulled in, and killed.
Once again, at the beginning, she's doing the book thing, and she's repeating things that we already know.
Yeah.
But I questioned, where is she in the book? Because she has pages. So are what we hearing? So she's talking about Michael for the first time, kind of like Dr. Loomis does. So are you at the beginning of the book, or are you near the end, but you're just telling us everything that we already know?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, where she's writing the book doesn't make sense. But in the movie, I guess to give the audience information, it does. Yeah. But screenwriting wise, it doesn't.
Yeah. I did not care for that aspect of the film at all. I mean, the things that really, really irked me about this film was that it was about Corey and not Michael, and that writing, and Michael being no explanation of how Michael went from being able to kill all those people at the end of Kills to being almost dead. Give me some explanation. Even if it's exposition, give me explanation.
Because it's like Freddy in part 5. Freddy's like an old man. He's lost his, and they bring this also up in like Freddy versus Jason, that he has to have Michael kill people so then he gets his powers back. In 5, he's all old and all that stuff because he's lost it, and he has to kill people to get the power back. So if Michael then, who is a little weak, because look at everything he's been through. And you can see that he's been there for a long time, because even when he grabs the knife, it pulls out of the wall sideways. It's not stuck in it. It's like he put it and then like stuff is formed over it. So he is just very weak. He needs somebody.
I would be okay with that. I'm with you on that. If Michael, let's just say he needs to kill people to keep his evil going, to keep him strong. If that's the route we're going to go, why is he living with another homeless dude or whatever that he could just kill? Why does he not kill Corey right off the bat? Why is he not out just trying to kill people to gain his energy?
Because he's healing. He could probably be taken down. The homeless person, I think, is kind of like his guard, that he's watching, he's seeing, because he says, I've seen Michael take people in. And at one point he says he is Michael. He wants Corey to go get the mask, and then Corey kills him by mistake. But it's and I don't think if Michael did leave and he's wandering around town, I think that they could take him down pretty easily. So like you said, like you saw when Michael was looking into Corey's eyes, we're seeing all these flashes and stuff of different things, that he needs a stronger person to get him into these areas like the doctor's house and things like that, where he, and then of course Corey, who, where Michael is supposed to transfer in him, goes and kills the DJ and the secretary, and Lori knows it's not Michael.
I was glad the DJ got it. That's the one thing when Corey did finally grow, when his balls dropped, he actually started going back and killing some of these people. I was like, okay, I like this. That doesn't mean I like Corey, but I like that this is happening because these people need to get it. But the cool thing, what would make this really cool is if instead of Michael Myers, they had this red car. And then, if you're going to make Christine, fucking make Christine. Here's the thing. If you're going to make Halloween Ends, and we have 11 movies already about Michael Myers, one about, these masks. If you're going to make Halloween Ends, make it about Michael Myers. If you want to make a Halloween movie like Halloween 3, let's not call it Halloween Ends. Let's call it something else. Let's advertise as something else.
Well, I mean, Halloween 3 was called Halloween. And we all say it should just be called Season of the Witch.
Agreed. So yeah.
There's also some stuff that, like in Rob Zombie's Halloween, the first one, there's that weird scene with Laurie where she basically like assaults a bagel in front of her mom, where she's doing this to the bagel, which is like fucking bizarre. In this, for some reason, in Ends, you have the dog, and I put it down here in my little thing. You have the dad who's like putting peanut butter and stuff, and he goes, on the mouse traps. And he goes, oh man, I got peanut butter on my penis. What? Why does
his dad say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that. That's
one. His penis isn't out, thank God, because he's there with his wife and daughter. But why is this a line of dialogue? Why does this exist? I could see why, because he gets his hand caught in the, in the trap. Okay, fine. Have him say something else. But it's like, I got peanut butter on my penis. And both of them are like, oh my God, why are you saying this? And of course, the dad is a total cuck. And the wife is the strong one. And it's like, there are
that dynamic. I was kind of okay with that dynamic because happy wife, happy life. I mean, there really is a lot to that. And obviously, Karen was going to be a very strong woman because she had to deal with her mom for all those years and stuff. I do want to change directions here real quick. Kawan, how you doing? Kawan says, I think the pandemic made them change directions for Halloween Ends. It didn't even feel like a Halloween movie. And I think that is the consensus, right? That is that COVID came along and things really changed Halloween, and then Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends should have been something different, I think.
Well, they were going to do 1 and 2 back to back, but then Danny McBride said, what if people hate this? Then we're going to have to release a movie that everybody is going to hate. So they said, let's just do 1, if it's a hit, then we'll focus on the second one. And of course it was. So then they did the second one, but COVID hit. So they had to wait. And I think, and to what Quan is saying, is I think that that's partially true, is through this waiting, through the pandemic, things changed where maybe it was supposed to be a trilogy that all took place on the same night. Because that would make sense with Laurie walking down the hospital going, I'm coming for you. But I have a feeling that David Gordon Green, who has done a billion indie movies like George Washington and other stuff, I think that's the route that he wanted to do, is that he wanted to kind of go back to these indie roots and make a coming of age film, is what he said. He wanted to make kind of a romantic movie. You know, I saw it more as like, you know, Natural Born Killers, but he definitely wanted to go into a different direction because I think that there was such a gap in between it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I will ever like this. The idea that Corey, it's a overcoming, you know, it's a bully movie. It's about overcoming your bully. And I just, you know, I fucking hate that. Corey is such a bitch. That type of person just doesn't typically become this badass.
Well,
if Corey went and got a gun and started shooting people, I could buy it, you know.
But if you're following Christine, it does. He, just like Arnie, starts off as the total nerd. His mom abuses him, just like Corey's mom abuses him. There is also a junkyard in Christine. There's a junkyard in this. So there are these parallels of these movies. Which I really enjoy. I think a great double feature would be Christine and then Halloween Ends.
You know, there's 2 John Carpenter movies that I don't own. One of them is Christine.
It's like one of his best movies.
It is absolutely, in my opinion, one of his worst.
Oh my God.
I'm not Chris. I keep telling myself, like, I wanted to rewatch all the John Carpenter movies. And I'm like, I just cannot pull the trigger on that one. I can't get myself to sit down and watch Christine.
Why?
I just don't care for it. I remember seeing it in the 80s, you know, like with my mom and stuff, and it being okay. But it's one of those movies that I'm like, you know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Especially with some of the bad stuff he did make, like, you know, Village of the Damned and Ghost of Mars and stuff, you know, even like Memoirs of an Invisible Man and things that, you know, God, Christine, I think would be in the top 5 of most lists.
It'd be better than those. But I mean, with all the John Carpenter movies that are out there, you know, it's definitely better than Escape from LA. It's not better than Escape from New York. It's definitely not better than Big Trouble in Little China. It's definitely not better than Halloween. It's definitely not better than The Shining, or I'm sorry, The Shining, The Fog, or The Thing. So it's pretty far down the list for me.
Wow.
You know, and I don't know. The overcoming bullies to me is such a story for 6-year-old children. Like, you can do it. You can beat your bully. You don't have to.
That's what he wanted to. It's kind of like Nobody 2. If you really want Nobody 2, if you want to like it, you have to accept it. And I didn't like it either. You have to accept it as an 80s movie like Roadhouse or The Karate Kid or whatever it is, that he's beating up these bullies that everybody's, you know, afraid of. In this, it's a joke that it's it's the band kids. And of course they get their just desserts, which is really nice. Because they, but
my problem is not with the band kids. My problem is with him going out and killing the radio DJ and killing the doctor and this, you know, and the way the band kids got theirs at the graveyard or at the junkyard and stuff. I don't know. I will not. I don't know. I hope maybe someday I'll have a different opinion on it. I hated Halloween 3 for years and years and years. I've
So
come
did
around on
everybody.
it, but I look at it as it's a different film. It's not part of the Michael Myers saga. If you didn't put Michael Myers in this movie at all, and it was just a bully movie about a kid who went bad, I probably still wouldn't be my favorite, but I would like it a lot more. I just what they did to Michael, they turned Michael Myers into a cuck, and I don't care for that.
I don't. It would all. At some point, Jason, if they followed the original series, would have to do something. He's taken too much damage. Like he would have to not be, even though he was struck by lightning and he is the Frankenstein monster. It's at some point his arm has to fall off, or an eye needs to fall out, or something. Because he's also dead. But it's I don't. They did. I'll say this, and then maybe we can wrap this up. But it's way back in the Hammer days. They were doing a film called Taste the Blood of Dracula. And Christopher Lee was always kind of against playing Dracula, except he didn't want people to lose their jobs. So he's like, I'll do it. So that's why he did all of, more or less all of them was for the cast and crew. But with Taste the Blood, they weren't going to have him in it. It was just going to be the presence of Dracula. And Warner Brothers went, no way. We will not distribute this film in America if Christopher Lee and Dracula is not in it. So they already took a completed script and just went, insert Dracula, insert Dracula, insert Dracula. So he doesn't say anything. Christopher Lee said it was the easiest Dracula job he's ever had. Because he literally just walked on set and stood there. Yeah. And then, he just walked off. And that's kind of how I feel that they could have done Halloween Ends, is maybe not even have Michael in it, or only have him at the beginning. And then it's somebody who's taken over for Michael, or the presence of Michael being there is what's, he's dead. The town is committing suicide. It's going down the pot. It's not making any money. I think that would kind of be interesting, but you have to have Michael.
My spin on this movie that would have made it great is that Corey is getting bullied, and maybe you could re-edit this and it would make it badass. Corey's getting bullied, and then all of a sudden you just skip the whole shit with Corey and Michael Myers, and then Corey switch flips and he's going the route Michael Myers did, and he's become evil, and now he's going around town and killing everybody. And then all of a sudden Michael Myers wakes up and goes, hey, that bitch ain't Michael Myers. I'm Michael fucking Myers. And then Michael Myers goes and kills Corey.
And he uses kung fu on him?
Yeah. Yes.
But see, I don't think that would be horrible, because you do have Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, where it's a fake Jason. Yeah. And there's like 3 Jasons in that, because he also sees in the mirror, and he sees, just like these hallucinations. But there's also the book for Psycho 2 is everybody's dying, but you find out at the end of the movie that it's a Norman Bates, or at the end of the book, a Norman Bates impersonator, that Norman Bates died in a car crash.
Yeah.
They didn't do that for the movie, but in the book, you think it's Michael. I keep saying Michael. You think it's Norman Bates, but it's not.
Yeah. One of the biggest reasons I hate Part 5 is because Michael was like answering to these cult people. Michael Myers operates on his own program. He doesn't answer to anybody. He doesn't have proteges. He's not a mentor. He doesn't deal with other. He is a mute who, for whatever reason got him there, who kills people whenever boobs are out. And we get fucking none of that in Halloween Ends. I don't think there was one boob, and I don't think there was any reason that Michael should have been dealing with another person. So, and I kid about the boobs, but there's a pretty good record of Michael killing girls when their boobs come out.
Well, yeah, that is true. And but at least we didn't have Thorn. At least they completely dropped that, and they made fun of the sister brother thing.
Yeah. So I want to respond to a couple more comments from Kawan here. Let's see here. Corey got bullied by teenagers. Yeah, Corey, but people get bullied. I mean, but yeah, he's supposed to be in like older in his 20s. He could buy him beer,
I think he says,
but he's
he's
getting
21.
punked, you know. Yeah, and especially by the band. That was a little goofy, but and that's fine. There are nerds out there that would get bullied by teenagers and stuff, but I just have a hard time buying that they would flip the switch. And yes, they did make him Grandpa Michael. They did. Antonis, happy Halloween to you.
Happy
Have
Halloween.
fun handing out candy over there. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Yes, Mr. Bones and everybody watching, I do want to say I hope you all have a very good Halloween. I know, and I apologize we didn't get to talking a lot about what everybody was going to do for Halloween and stuff. But I do hope everyone out there has a wonderful, wonderful Halloween, has some fun, whatever it is you're going to do, whether it's watching movies, whether it's eating candy, handing out candy, going to haunts, going, you know, wherever, going to corn mazes or whatever you're going to do. I hope everybody has a safe, spooky, and fun Halloween. John, what do you want to tell everybody, or what do you got to say, or final thoughts? I guess we got to score this still, but I'll turn it over to you. I have my little happy Halloween rant there.
Well, rating it, I give it 4 out of 5.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow your eardrums out there, but he literally shocked the shit out of me there. 4 out of 5. I give this I went 3.
Let me predict.
Okay.
1 out of 5.
You're close. I was really on the fence with 1.5. But there are good things and it is shot well. You're right about that. I give it a 2. I give it a 2 out of 5.
Well, with how you dislike it, I'm surprised about the 2 and not just a 1. So yeah.
No, well, here's the thing. This is it. I could sit here. Ones are typically there. For me to score something a 1, typically it has to be like bad audio or out of focus or, you know, not make sense or incoherent or whatever. This has that. This tells you a story. It's shot well. It's acted well. The effects are fine. So, I mean, right there, it's hard for it to get down to a 1. You do have a kid falling to his death and his parents watching it. It's pretty phenomenal. So, you know,
they do mention in the audio commentary about that they thought it was too violent.
Yeah.
That I think he was just going to hit and then it cuts. But David Gordon Green's like, he's gonna go up and down.
You know, the maybe the second best part of it was poor Corey's dad having to deal with that bitch of a mom and having a son who is just a loser. You know, and he wants to do something for his kid, so he gives him a motorcycle, you know, but then he's obviously he's miserable and he's just going through life, you know. And so when he sees the guy about to shoot Corey, he stands up and he takes a bullet through the dome. I'm like, thank you for putting that poor man out of his misery.
Yeah.
So
I was, you know, kind of thinking to myself, like, why did they get married? Maybe at some point she was nice and then she just became a shrew.
It evolved. That relationship evolved. And yeah, she went through menopause and turned into a bitch or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he does say, you know, after the mom freaks out, who's very incestuous. I mean, she tries to kiss him like on the lips and he's like, what the fuck? And so you can probably tell that the mom would have sex with her son if it kept him home and away from other women. But
Ed Gein inspiration, maybe.
But the dad, after the mom freaks out and leaves, goes, you know, one day I hope you find love, because he's just miserable, and that's probably also why Corey is somewhat of the way that he is because the mom keeps bashing him down. You know.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know, and this the way I look at it. So, like example, Dr. Sleep. If it wasn't a sequel to The Shining, I would like it so much better. If you just took Michael Myers out of this, I would like it so much better. But yeah, there it is. 3 hours, 28 minutes. Sorry, John. But yeah. So anyways, everybody look for the video on John's channel of us talking about some Funko Pops. That'll be coming up Thursday, the day before Halloween. You can celebrate horror movie with us on John's channel. And right now, as soon as we're done with this, if you want more of us, you can definitely go see our 10 movies a piece on John's channel. His links are always down below.
Thank you.
And you can go watch us talk about 10 movies a piece that we would recommend to watch on Halloween if you're looking for some good horror movies there. John, I already wished everybody happy Halloween and all that good stuff. You got anything to say?
No, happy Halloween, and I've noticed some names in there I've never seen before. So, thank you for joining us. And if you made it to the very end here, because this was a long one, and we did have our rants, thank you for staying as long as you did, and thank you for giving us your rankings on some of these films. So, happy Halloween to everybody, and have a safe day. And good thing is Halloween's not a big day for drinking, I don't think. So, I think everybody's
it's not like the 4th of July or New Year's, that's for sure.
Right. So, have a great one, and then we'll see you, next Monday. So,
Mr. Bone says, I probably look illiterate, but I'm trying to type like Busta Rhymes here. Yeah. You can't be you never be able to talk as fast as Busta Rhymes. Let's see here. Yes. Happy Halloween. Mr. Bones. Halloween. Kawan, good night. Thank you for joining us. Well, and thank you for becoming a new we don't have followers, we have friends. So thank you for becoming a new friend. I look at everyone who hangs out with us as friends. I am not nearly neither one of us are nearly big enough YouTubers or anything to consider ourselves having fans. We're just friends who love horror movies and movies in general and talking about them. So thank you for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoy the ride with us. We're sometimes idiots because
I don't know shit about fuck.
We don't know shit about fuck. Oh, I was waiting for it, but you delayed.
Yeah. So anyways, the dog is barking. The cats are outside. I got to go deal with that. I'm going to take my mask and I'm going to go home. So anyways, have a good week, everybody. We'll see you here next Horror Movie Monday, post Halloween edition. Good night now.
It's Horror Movie Monday, you already know. Chills in the air, and the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. Sean Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare. Monsters in the back, creeping through the dark. Lurking in the silence like a phantom arc. It's Horror Movie Monday, lights down low. Screens on the screen, let the madness flow. We laugh, we jump, we scream, we play. Every week it's thrilling in a twisted way.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Fuck you!